the fighter and the kid. Had to run it back, cause we back at it again. Yeah, we gon' keep it moving like it's never gonna end. When it was Brendan, when it was Bryan, when it was just talking to friends. We got the kid Callen on the left, with the fighter on the right. Ay, had to do it right, cause we coming at you live. Back with the team, had to keep it OG. Must see TV. Had to do it. Yes, we did, cause we back at it again. It's the fighter and the kid. Back at it again, it's the fighter and the kid. Back at it again, it's the fighter and the kid. It's the fighter and the kid.
This is really the fighter and the kid. We're out.
Come on, baby.
Let's do this.
Yeah,
we're talking,
Chin.
We got heated, man. We got a little heated because we're talking MMA.
There's a lot of UFC news.
A lot of MMA.
And the number one news source in the world, I heard, is the new Thick Boy Fight News. We just dropped our first episode. You're getting that daily.
Daily?
The boys are working hard back there.
You getting that daily?
I don't think they realize how much work it is. They're swamped 24/7.
That's a lot of work.
I'm running an Apple sweatshop.
Coming up.
Okay?
There'll be no lunch breaks today because we got to chop.
Oh, now
okay?
your back's going to hurt because you're going to have to pick up Daddy's Diet Cokes.
What you do is you do this. You get a giant fucking hamster. You know what
wheel?
Nope. You get a giant hamster tube that you feed it at water, but instead you put a protein like paste in there, and they just
lick the side?
They just come up and go.
Yep.
And
Keep working.
Yep. You get a suck break.
I mean, I keep them powered. They get all the rain body fuel they can handle.
All right. Well, brain
So
body
drinking
fuel's
energy
good.
drinks, coffee.
All right.
I need food.
Gotta get some
I got
food.
them covered.
Gotta get some food.
Some nice pillows.
But just make
blankets.
it quick. You just gotta blend everything together and
Yeah.
put it in that hamster tube, and all.
I'm running a hamster shop.
Or you have one of those big things. It's like a giant injection, but it's used to baste like a turkey.
Oh,
And you
or
just-
to impregnate horses?
Yes. And you fill that with your own concoction of protein, like a protein paste.
Maybe some
Mark,
greens?
Mark,
Yes.
what would you put? Okay, we have to work for 1 year in a fucking factory.
The sweatshop.
We get no breaks. You gotta feed us, but you want us in optimal health. What do you put in that fucking protein shake? You have 15 seconds. I'm counting. I'm timing you.
High quality carbohydrates like brown rice.
You better get serious. You gotta-
Protein,
some
brown
specific.
rice, just the highest quality meat. Meat and potatoes and brown rice. You really can't go
and
wrong.
just blend it up.
Oatmeal. Here's a great breakfast for people. Like if you don't have any time, mix whey protein and oatmeal together in a blender with some ice. It tastes really good.
It does.
A little
Yeah, I
sweet
like
and low,
sit-
maybe?
What's that?
A little sweet and low, a little
Yeah,
stevia.
you can make it like
But you cook the oatmeal first, obviously.
No, dry
No.
oatmeal. It gives it a consistency that's kind of pleasant, like a cinnamon toast crunch flavor type protein with oatmeal and almond milk.
What I don't like, I think you need the almond milk in there, but because also the grains float to the bottom. And I'll
So you got to drink it water. Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
have it sit
yeah.
there.
You
But
gotta
I
drink it
blend
right
it,
away.
and you know me, I chug it in 4 seconds. So.
yeah.
So whey protein powder, whey protein isolate, probably.
Yeah,
People
but
have-
that absorbs really quickly. So you might want to blend in some casein protein.
Hold on.
Casein.
Hey, hold on. Hey, guys, I'm enjoying this. This is so fun. And
I know.
I don't want to say we've lost all listeners, but
wait.
a few. Real quick, hold on.
Yeah.
The guys aren't going to do that, okay?
But
that was the
protein
bit.
shakes
That was
are
the bit, right?
important.
That was the bit.
But protein shakes
that
are
was the bit. You know what they're going to do?
What?
They order pizzas and drink Rain Energy drink.
But
okay?
I
It's a
want
sweatshop.
to know protein powder.
You know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Well, you know, one thing I've been meaning to do this is order pre-cooked chicken for the chicken pound.
I'm bored already. Now
I know. Oh, come on. You
fucked up?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like
Sorry,
people
sorry,
ask these
pre-cooked.
questions.
I was talking about the
He
ingredients.
should do it on his own
Protein powder.
time, though. You know, it's like protein.
Well, they in that show alone, the fucking survivalist, basically he lives on seaweed and clams. And the truth is,
He's shitting his pants.
if you eat seaweed and clams, you can attain perfect health. But you know what they don't tell you about? You know what they don't? No,
don't know.
because shellfish has all, like, it's kind of a superfood, like oysters or
But
clams.
if you just eat that, that's all you eat?
Literally, a lot of the Native Americans basically lived on that.
Oh, yeah, because they're the epitome of health.
They were. I mean, they were a lot healthier.
Yeah.
But you can live literally on just shellfish. You can. And seaweed.
You'd have to eat
Perfect health.
so much shellfish.
Actually, one butter clam has the equivalent of 1 egg in protein.
Yeah. Think
And then
about eating
everything
one
else.
egg. Starving.
Yeah, but you eat 1 clam, you could eat 10 clams easily. But doing it every day,
That's what I'm
starts
saying.
to go crazy.
Yeah, you're nuts.
And these guys said that. The guy goes,
Smell.
what they don't teach you, you've learned survival. It's awesome. And you learn how to build a fire. You learn how to find water. You learn how to forage for food. You know what they don't teach you? They don't teach you how to fucking do nothing all day long, because that's what you're going to do, because there's nothing to do besides that.
Yeah, I'm sure, because after a while, the view and like nature is like, all right, after about a week, you're like, okay.
Not a week, couple days.
You're like,
You're
all right,
alone.
got it.
Yeah.
Even on vacation, after 3 days, you're like, okay, there's the ocean.
Yeah.
There's the sand.
Yeah.
Got it.
Now you're in a tent and it's raining. When I went hunting with Rogan, there was like, hey guys, it's gale force winds, which means like winds between 40 and 60 miles an hour. Gale force winds, guys. So we're going to have to be in our tents.
Bunker down.
You're going to bunker down, and it might be about 13 hours. I was like, hold on. Hold on.
Is this at night?
No,
Like, can you
this
sleep
during
through the
day.
night?
Oh, it was
no.
both. So it was day. So then and it's raining. So what you do is you pitch your tent, you find a place that's kind of soft. Good luck with that. And you're in the middle of nowhere. And then you pitch your tent, and you just sit in your tent all alone for.
No, I don't want to do that.
No, you don't. I ate all my food. I got so bored.
You guys just chilled and talked?
No, you don't talk because you're not together, Brennan.
Oh, you're in your own tent?
Yeah, you're in your own tent. So I tried to read.
But I mean,
didn't
how much
work.
can you talk after a certain amount of time?
How long can you lie
if,
there?
If you're with somebody for too long, it's just like,
Oh my God.
we won't be able to hear this, Jim.
Nah.
Yeah.
Just showing you guys.
Like, what can you do, man?
Yeah, that was a great time right there.
Oh
That's
my
what I dealt
God.
with. Yeah. Yeah. Miserable.
See, that's a pretty view, but after a while, you're just like, all right.
That all day long. Saw no animals. Saw zero animals. Saw zero animals.
That's a tough gig.
Yeah. Not a good time.
You're still all up on Alone's nuts, huh?
Yeah, still obsessed. I don't know why. I don't want to do
Cranking
it.
through it?
It takes a long time because I've got to watch commercials, because on the Disney Channel, you have to watch commercials.
There's commercials on the Disney
Yes.
Plus?
No, not Disney. I mean History Channel. History Channel. Yeah.
But they have Alone on, do they have Alone on Netflix now?
One season. The last season.
Oh, they don't have all the seasons on there.
No.
You know, Netflix lost 1 million subscribers.
I know.
Yeah, they're going. They said it's going to trend back the other way, but
Is it?
They linked up with Microsoft to offer a cheaper version because they're losing so many subscribers.
Yeah.
The content has been great. You know, Stranger Things though, that was fucking lit.
So they have a couple of things that are great, but
Narcos, Stranger Things.
They put a lot of stuff out there that doesn't do us so well. So it's like
ton of garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
A few good specials.
Yeah.
The rest of stuff's just trash on there, man.
That's right.
And you're searching through like, God, fuck this.
I know. It's
I was
really-
bummed
it's really
out, Stranger
interesting.
Things, and then I was watching this interview with the Duffy brothers who wrote it, and I thought this was interesting because you've seen Stranger Things, right?
Yeah.
And so 11 and like the guy that they call Papa, you know, he's doing experiments on mind control, and the creator of the show, the Duffy brothers, one of them was saying that was all rooted in real history from the MK Ultra project.
Oh.
And then, so I went down this rabbit hole looking up MK Ultra.
Where they were using psychedelics
So
to
MK Ultra was this scientist, this old school scientist, thought with enough LSD
Right.
that was government funded.
Yeah.
The government bought literally all the LSD they could get their hands on.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, you know, it's the 60s, $250,000 in LSD, which they said was the all the LSD in America.
Mm.
They bought $250,000. And then they would run experiments on people, a lot of prisoners, a lot of, you know, people that were poor. They'd run these experiments on them with LSD. And his thinking is because they thought Russia and the Nazis were doing it already, where they could use mind control. So if you had a set of beliefs, they gave you enough LSD and pumped all this propaganda in you, they could clear whatever base you start from and then insert their ideas. But really, then they were also working on mind control because they thought the Russians had figured out how to use mind control, and also they thought they were curious if the mind could work kind of how 11 does.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's ridiculous. But what they found out is they did a lot of evil shit, and what happens is they gave these people so much LSD, it really wired them the wrong way. So if you look at the people that went through that MK Ultra, let me give you a few. Whitey Bulger, do you know that?
I did not know
Whitey
that.
Bulger from
Whitey
Black
Bulger?
Mass.
I heard a guy named
The
Charles
New England
Manson.
Cartel or Charles Manson was heavy in the MK
Is that
Ultra.
true?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is all
So this
facts.
is all true. So Whitey Bulger and
Whitey
Charles
Bulger,
Manson.
Charles Manson, ready for this? The Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski went through it.
Yeah.
But the only thing about that's a little dicey with Ted, when they were interviewing when he got caught, you know, they someone brought up when he was at Harvard, they ran all these mind control shit on him, the MK Ultra shit. And his mom said to his brother, because his brother had a suspicion that maybe it was his brother who's the Unabomber, who's the biggest manhunt, $50 million in taxpayers' money. And his brother read the note and was like, God, that sounds a lot like my brother. Damn. So he went and asked his mom and was like, there's no way fucking Ted could do it. You believe that, Mom? Like, there's no way. And he brought up those, the MK Ultra stuff when he was at Harvard. And she goes, it's not that. She goes, that didn't help, but it's not that. She's like, your brother's always had an issue. He has a sociopathic type of way. And she goes, I can tell you what happened. When he was very young, he got some illness. And for whatever reason, they put him in this hospital. He was young, young, like 6 months old, 8 months old, enough where he can kind of remember. But you at 6, 8 months old, you really need your mom, your parents. But they put him in this hospital. This hospital, for whatever reason, had this program where they kept the kid for months, and the parents could only visit once or twice a week for an hour. So he thought his parents left him.
Oh my God.
She goes, he started off for those first 6 months, sweet kid. We get him back after that. He never forgave us, and his brain was wired different. He came back and he was very aggressive, mean, very direct. Like it just cut the cord from caring about people.
What the fuck, man?
And she's like, that's when he changed. And she goes, but MK Ultra definitely fucked him up, didn't help, but he's always had issues.
Yeah.
Ever since that day, since we got back from the hospital, we didn't recognize him. And his brother was like, Jesus Christ. But you look at MK Ultra, it's nutsos, man. But basically after all the experiment with LSD, all that shit, even the guy doing it was taking LSD, but they gave Whitey Bulger for a year straight when he was in prison. For a year
He was in prison.
straight. For a year straight, he ran the MK Ultra program. A year straight, LSD every single day.
What?
Like, he started to go nuts. When he got out of prison, he told his boys, I'm going to find that doctor. I'm going to murder him with my bare hands. And that was his goal. But then, he was on the run and just couldn't get there.
Because they are doing new experimentation with psychedelics. So remember we did
Microdosing
you remember when we
mushrooms.
did DMT? So you know what ayahuasca does? Do you know what the difference is? It's really interesting. Ayahuasca is DMT, but the ayahuasca stops your body from breaking it down. So you kind of stay in that state for like 4 hours.
Oh, interesting.
5 hours, yeah.
So is it more like a concentrated DMT?
I think it's an elongated trip. So you can have a trip that'll last 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours.
And we did which one? DMT?
We did DMT,
Oh,
pure
gotcha.
DMT. So when you do it, it's like so intense for 3 minutes. Can you imagine that going for?
Oh, no, not for me, sir. Not for me. I don't want anything that's going to make me do that.
Brendan, do you mind recapping what your DMT experience was like?
Hey, B, let's take a little break,
Take a break.
Dude, because what if I told you
Yeah.
there's a company called Helix Sleep, and all you do is take a short quiz, takes you 2 minutes, and then they pair you up with a mattress that's built for your skinny body.
So if I'm a side sleeper, I'm a tummy sleeper, I'm a back sleeper, I'm a heavy sleeper, I'm a hot sleeper, they got everything I need.
Yeah, but you're so light, doesn't matter, does it? But
Well,
for everybody else there,
You spend a third of your life in bed. I want the
but
kind
you're
of
so light
mattress.
though, right? Doesn't matter.
Well, no, because Daddy
sleep
sleeps
on bamboo.
Daddy sleeps on a Helix, and it's a beautiful mattress.
It's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
I sleep hard, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I sleep hard.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a mattress, you take the quiz, you order the mattress, it shows up to your door, shipped for free. You don't even need to go to the mattress store ever again. Don't go.
It was
all right?
awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick in 2020 by GQ and Wired magazine. It's been recommended by multiple leading chiropractors and doctors of sleep medicine as a go-to solution for improving sleep. But forget all that.
Dude,
take
just-
the quiz.
yes.
It's got a 10-year warranty. Try it for 100 nights, risk-free. 100 nights. If you don't like it, they'll pick it up for you.
But don't worry about it. I guarantee you're going to love it. Helix is offering the Finding the Kid Army $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for the listeners and viewers at helixsleep.com/fighter. That's helixsleep.com/fighter for $200 off all mattresses.
There it is.
Hey, B, no one likes waiting on a paycheck, especially when you got bills, dude. It stresses you out. That's why.
You can get your paycheck 2 days early with direct deposit.
Dude, you're talking about Chime, and thank God for Chime, dude. Chime is more than just about getting paid early. It's also an award-winning mobile app, checking account, debit card, optional savings accounts. We got you guys covered, man. So what are you waiting for? Hopefully not your paycheck. Getting started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes.
2
Get
minutes.
started. Two. You got 2 minutes to save money and get paid early.
Go to chime.com/fighter. Chime.com/fighter. Banking services and debt card provided by the Bancorp Bank, or Stride Bank, NA members FDIC. This is the really important part, guys. Listen to this. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer.
Yes,
Wow.
chime.com/fighter. I don't want anything that's going to make me do that.
Brendan, do you mind recapping what your DMT experience was like?
It was so fun. I was laughing so loud. Aubrey was like, dude, you got to pipe down. You're so loud. And I thought I was in there for like 3 hours, but he was like, that was 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was shot into this like warm, like cool, like almost heaven-like, and the clouds were all gold, and I was bouncing off the clouds, just laughing. I was like so loved in there. It was fun, man. I
Yeah.
could not stop laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah. That's good.
And me and Bryan fucked each other. Which is weird, but also fun.
You liked it too, Bryan?
You were laughing too.
I loved it.
Yeah.
We kept wanting to go back under, but Aubrey was like, no, take it easy, dude.
Yeah.
But
He
I'm,
wants to turn to Whitey Bulger.
yeah, I'm interested in the ayahuasca experience.
Yeah.
I'm interested in doing more mushrooms under like supervision.
Yeah.
I want to just see. I'm interested in because there's new science around it, and it's interesting. It's interesting
For
to me.
sure.
I think I'm too old to have things fundamentally rewire my brain, because I think I've done a good job of understanding what's important. But I don't know. I want
They
to
say
see
it can
what
create
happens.
new neurons and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it'd help anyone.
It can.
Like,
I just think it's
because
incredible.
like the guys with CT and all like PTSD, they say it creates new neurons. So you never know. You might come back and you're just gay.
That's the goal, and that's the goal to be.
It finally let you out.
When I come back, I want to be straight up cock crazy.
Yeah.
I'm cock crazy. I
But-
come in, I go, I totally feel normal. I'm cock crazy. I'm going to be honest. All I see with you guys is 3 cocks. I don't even see your faces.
And then we'd be at the comedy club and like, you see Bryan lately? Like, dude, that DMT and just gay.
He's
And
down,
I'm like,
he's on Santa Monica Boulevard with his shirt tied up in a knot.
yeah, but no, I don't mean like, is that guy gay? I mean, you're flamboyant. Like,
I'll pay you guys to suck your dick. You're just a random driving by
Yeah.
in your fucking Cadillac. This mouth is for hire, only it costs you nothing.
yeah, like you're just a straight free lot lizard,
Mm-hmm.
just sucking off the truck drivers. We're like, where's Bryan? You're like, yeah, it's at the interstate, dude. He's at that truck stop.
That trip made him.
I'm like, how much is he
gay.
making? Nothing. He doesn't take their money.
Oh, I think it's
He's
interesting.
getting
though,
paid in
that
cock.
Psilocybin
Yeah.
actually has shown to be almost 80% effective in curing smoking. That's fucking crazy. With one session done properly.
crazy.
And it's only smoking, or can it cure other?
Well, it's had
Addictions.
enormous effects on in many cases with PTSD. Enormous effects. PTSD has been.
Yeah.
It I don't know. It just expands the realm of what's possible.
You know what my thing is with the MK Ultra thing, like Whitey Bulger, Charles Manson, Ted Kaczynski, all those guys. Was it the MK Ultra and the LSD, or are they just
now-
terrible
now-
human
now, here we
beings,
go.
and they just happen to be in that program?
Yes.
But they are
Thank you.
3 of the most infamous criminals of all time.
But hold on.
And they do have that in common. Or do they also have? They were born sociopaths, and just they were going to be criminals whether they did that or not.
So here's my thought on it. Watch this, Brendan. I'm doing experiments with LSD. Do you want to sign up? Do you have anybody have time to
Absolutely
sign up?
not, sir.
Okay. You don't have any time to sign up because you're busy having a life.
Yes.
Now the kind of person that says, "Sign me up for a year of
no,
experimentation."
they didn't have a choice.
Well, they were in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they had
well,
a choice.
No,
I think they have to sign consent forms.
no, not back then. That's the problem.
see if
like
that's
like
true,
like
Ken.
like Whitey Bulger didn't want to do it for a year straight. That's why he wanted to murder the guy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I would say it's one of the misconceptions about like the Charles Manson story. They go, the LSD made him crazy. They're also doing amphetamines around the clock, and it's like if you were to attribute it to something,
Well,
it's
hold on,
like
hold on.
LSD is not going to make you violent.
Well, hold on. If you know anything about Charles Manson, first of all,
Yeah.
hold on. First of all, his mom gave him up. His mom offered to trade him for 8 ounces of a cold beer when he was a kid in front of him at a bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he and then he grew up in foster homes.
Yeah.
In the foster homes, he was raped, and then in order to fight back, he raped another kid at knife point. So he grew up like hustling, like in the dark arts.
Worst.
Oh,
he
for
grew up
sure.
His childhood
in the
was
worst way
awful.
possible.
Dude.
Yeah.
Awful. He's
He grew up.
molested.
He called
like,
it the,
people around him,
He
'cause
called it
they'll-
the
yeah.
hallways of always. He grew up in reform schools. That kid was destroyed.
That kid was
very-
destroyed from the
Right.
jump. And then with Ted Kaczynski, he's a bit of a shame because, like, we'll say like as a genius, Ted when Ted Kaczynski was 16, He took an IQ test, and it was so high, he got a full ride scholarship to Harvard at 16.
Sir, he almost won a Fields Medal in
At
mathematics.
16.
Like a Fields Medal. That's the equivalent of the fucking Nobel Prize in science.
You want to hear something else interesting about Ted Kaczynski? This found it very fascinating. So, obviously he grew up, his mom said he was a sociopath.
He volunteered, Bob.
When he came, he did.
Yeah.
He did at Harvard. Yes, at Harvard he did, and he explains why he did that. But Manson and and I know Whitey Bulger didn't have a choice.
Wow.
A lot of people didn't have a choice, and some would do it just because for free drugs, for God's sakes. But with Ted Kaczynski, his thing's interesting because again, his mom said he was a sociopath when he came back from the hospital, and he was very smart. But his brother said one of the biggest turning points too is he was never good with the ladies. He was kind of an incel a little bit. He was very like to himself. He didn't.
Kaczynski?
Yeah, he was very to himself. He was introverted.
Yep.
But he liked women clearly, and he would take shots at women, and they would turn him down. Then he met one girl who was into him, and then they went on 3 dates, and finally she's like, I think we're better off as friends. And then that's when his brother knew his brother had a problem because he was like, dude, I'm going to hide in her car and kill her. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I'm just joking. And his brother's like, well, that's weird.
Ooh.
So his big thing, he kept getting turned down by women. So much so, he wanted to know because he never had sex, nothing. So he was so curious about women. They were such a mystery to him. He actually signed up. This is real. He actually signed up to go through and have an operation, become a woman. And the day of it, it was like, fuck it.
That was the
Ted Kaczynski,
wow,
the Unabomber.
So he agreed to be part of the program. This is Manson or Bulger, called MKL Ultra
In exchange for a lighter sentence.
Yeah.
A year, but I guarantee you they didn't tell him a year of LSD.
Yeah, no.
Wonder what the dose
Well, once
was,
you
too.
sign up,
You don't know.
Oh, you think the warden's gonna be like, oh, you're not feeling good today? Let's go ahead and skip the LSD today.
Yeah.
No, Bubba, we got research to do.
Got some work.
You know what? Even the guy who was running the experiment, what he found out? He found out that you can't manipulate somebody through drugs and clear their memory, but you can fuck them up big time to make them schizophrenic and make them delusional. You can do that, but you can't erase their memory and put in a new one.
No.
And also, there's no mind control as far as the Stranger Things, like picking up a can. They thought they could do. They thought Russians were doing that. That's why they launched this program. And it fucking
really
nuts. So
we have no idea how or why psychedelics work, but that is the new frontier of research.
Well, a lot of people think when you see like the prism when you take psychedelics, like that's the next life. Like a lot of people think that's
Well,
heaven,
Rogan was-
that's how we know there's another world out there. So when you see those weird fucking prisms,
But it's very beautiful, right? When you look at that prism and you're on DMT or LSD.
yeah, for 5 seconds, and then you're in this fucking K-hole of chaos.
Well, I had a life-changing and profound trip.
Take it easy.
I
Take
did.
it easy. Hey, take
I
it easy.
did for four hours on mushrooms for real.
When?
I was 22. Did I ever tell you this? I've told you this story.
Yeah, you've told the story.
I took a 4-hour shower.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing myself from the side. I kept seeing myself,
and
I was like, my profile is terrible, and I hate myself. And what I did was I went, I can't lie about anything anymore. Like I can't lie to myself. I can't be in relationships I don't want to be into.
Yeah.
I can't be lying to my parents. I can't be lying to myself.
Yeah.
It was this really profound
Were you lying a lot
thing.
before?
Just like when you're young, you're confused. So you'll say, what I mean by that is it was like this. I was like, okay.
You're
I
a
have to
cutie back then.
I was
though.
a cutie pie.
It's not like if you do a bunch of shrooms now, you're
No.
I think you're finally gonna accept your hair's terrible.
My hair's
You know what
terrible.
I'm saying?
But it was more like this. I was like, I will be a banker because that's what my dad is.
Oh, gotcha.
And I was being a good boy. And then I was like, I can't do anything that
you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not in your DNA.
My heart,
Yeah, you're doing it to please other people.
Yeah.
So you started robbing banks.
I started robbing banks.
I
But
don't want to be
was-
a good boy. I want to be a bad
But that
boy.
was life changing.
Yeah.
This is going to sound weird, but I remember my father had a big influence on me. I was afraid of him.
Everyone's dad. Yeah, I was terrified of my dad.
I wanted to be like him. He was the ultimate authority
Yeah.
figure. And I fucking took him out. He thought it was weird because I go, hey, I want to talk to you. And he was like, huh? All right. So we went and I said, I got to stop trying to be like you. He was like, oh. And I go, I'm just not like you, man.
Did you tell me you did a bunch of shrooms? And
I did.
I
fucking
feel like
did.
that didn't go well with your papa.
It didn't.
Yeah, I know your dad. If he was like,
No, I don't think I told him.
was he like, what?
I don't think I told him.
No, my dad would not.
Because he wouldn't understand.
No, not at all.
Yeah. But what I did say was I said, I need to stop trying to be like you. And I'm not sure where I'm going, but I think I have to try to be an actor.
And he's cool with it, right? He's supportive.
Yeah.
If you would tell him took shrooms,
But
he'd
he was cool with it the way you'd be cool with like, he was cool with it the way you'd be cool with Tiger coming up to you and saying, Dad, I'm trans.
Oh, I know.
And you'd go, I love you very much.
And you can wear whatever you
support
want.
Yeah. But all the plans you have for him to be those other things.
It's going to be heartbreaking. You're still going to love the fuck out of
understand?
him. You're going to accept it. But it's deep down, you're like, ugh.
I could see it with my father. I could see him kind of go, oh, like it was like, it's like when you get broken up with by somebody and they go, it's all good, whatever's good for you. And then
They leave.
3 years later, you're still fucked
Your heart's
up.
still.
Yeah.
No, I think with a dad and your dad too, it's like, for your dad, it's scary. It's scary even now. My son's only fucking 6 and I got another 2-year-old. Mark saw Boston today. How fucking cute is Boston with that shaved head?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a 300 baby.
Looks
He's
great.
talking nonstop. He's the cutest fucking kid in the world.
Yeah.
But your dad has some power and control over you being successful in banking. That's his world. He has connections.
It's also predictable. Like there's also like something linear about
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he can be like, well, because I did this, so if you do this, this, and this, you're going to get here.
Yeah.
So you don't need to venture off and do all this bullshit. Just do this and this, and we know you're going to have
That's right.
a good life
It's
here.
very scary when your child
and when your
decides
kid
to
goes,
do,
I'm going to do this.
Yeah, when your kid
and
decides-
you have no idea about it.
when your kid decides to do take the road less traveled, the unconventional road, man, it's really fucking scary for your parents because like that your
They
kid
have no
goes,
control.
Your kid goes, I'm different. I'm going to do this thing. And as a parent, first of all, you have no idea how to help them navigate that path. You have no influence there. It's like my dad also grew up really poor. So for him, the idea of you being a fucking actor is like, dude, you got to make a living.
No,
like
for sure.
he didn't have the luxury of going, you got to pay your rent.
He's also not in the business.
Right.
So to him, it's like, hold on.
he also knew-
But he's also like, you're not Clint Eastwood, Bubba.
Well, but he said to me, I remember he goes, look, I'm just looking at the numbers. He goes, I'm looking at the number of movie stars. You want to be a movie star. You want to be an actor.
and
And
I'd
he
tell my
said-
dad, though, I'd be like, Dad,
But
all
listen,
those guys.
he looked at it and he goes, you want to be a movie star, you know? I go, yeah. He goes, like Tom Hanks. I remember I was like, yeah. And he goes, so
Tom Hanks.
he goes,
Jesus Christ.
he said, you have a better chance. I just want you to look at the numbers. You have a better chance of being a U.S. senator. If you look at the numbers,
100%.
there are
You can control
100
that.
senators.
Yeah.
But like to be a movie star there are 7 or 8. Like it was really interesting. And I was like, I get it. I
But
wouldn't.
it's also in that business, like there's different levels to it. Like obviously there's Tom Hanks, but there's also the guy that that he's in all these successful shows that he's not a main character, but you know him.
Of course.
And that guy's doing really well.
Of course.
You know?
Of course.
But
Look,
it's
man.
tough because he's not in the business and there's no control. My son last night, Dad, just tell me what you want me to do. I'm going to do it. As far as career, he's like, tell me what job should I have when,
He might be
when
just
I'm
like
older.
you, though.
And I told him, I said, Bubba, dude, you're 6. You don't need to, this is the best part. You don't need to decide.
Yeah.
You don't need to be focused on anything. You do everything, dude. And then you have a long time for you to have to decide, dude. It was when I go, mid-20s, you know? Even then I'm such a pushover, I'll probably float all your bills until you figure it out.
Well, the other thing is that it's really interesting because when your son idolizes, when a son idolizes his father, even if the father isn't a suppressive character, it's like still a big oak tree he's got to get out from under to get his own sunshine. And sometimes you've got to kind of like you said, kind of push him, because my son, I've never loved anything like that in my life. You know, it's fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
And if my son comes to me when he's 30 and says, I need all the money, I'm giving him all the fucking money. If he
All
needs
the
my
money.
kidney, I'm giving him my kidney.
When I watch Intervention and you see those parents,
You start crying.
If people don't have kids, they're like, "What the fuck, mom? Quit giving the daughter or the son money
You don't
for
understand.
drugs." And it's like, I'm telling you, you don't understand, dude. I can barely tell my kid no if he wants a toy or candy.
I know.
Let alone if they're 25, strung out on drugs. If they don't get it, they're going to the streets. No,
But that's
you look at that show Intervention different when you have kids.
That's my favorite.
You understand it.
That's my favorite Jordan Peterson quote when he was talking about, he was going through hell. He was going through hell. His wife had terminal cancer and his daughter has rheumatoid arthritis.
Yes.
And
That's why they're carnivore.
And they put him on this Klonopin or some weird drug that he couldn't get over, and they put him in an induced coma. So he was coming out of it, man, and you could see. Oh, and by the way, he was only eating meat, still is, because it was the only way to deal with all this stuff. So he's literally going through this insane chaos, and this fucking I watch it all the time because I just never get tired of it. And I've played it here before, but he goes, the people ask, what is the antidote to suffering? And I suppose it would be comfort. But comfort's what a mother acts out when she swaddles a baby.
Yep.
And a better antidote to suffering is an adventure to excellence. Try to be the best you can be, using all your talents along those lines, right? But and he said, the courage of a mother or a father is to facilitate that. Not only that,
the suffering,
but also to encourage it, and meaning, hey, get out of here.
And also take chances.
But it's like, go away. Go out there, and then the kid goes,
figure it out.
The kid goes, but Dad, it's dangerous out there, and it's like,
hopefully.
Yeah. But he's like, yeah, no kidding. But guess what? It's more dangerous if you stay here with me.
Yeah.
And he buttoned it with this. He goes, you go out there, you might lose your body. You stay with me, you'll lose your soul. And I was like, motherfucker, it's so true.
Yeah,
though.
but then also I'll watch Bates Motel, and they're like, my girl's like, that mom and that son are crazy. I'm like, but also, I get it. Like, she won't let him do anything. They sleep together.
Yeah.
Like, not sexually. They sleep together. He's 24.
Well, I get my girl basically makes fun of me because I still baby my son.
Yeah,
He's 10.
I don't know how you stop. I do too. I don't give a fuck.
I love him. I love my daughter too, but my daughter's more independent. She's 14. Barely
She'll be
needs
fine.
me.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Barely needs me.
Yeah, she's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dicey.
I just love hanging out with them too. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
We're the only ones with kids in here. Mark and Chin are like, quit giving those kids candy. Candy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. My parents were never very strict, and I just didn't mind
you
it,
mean like they gave you freedom to do whatever the fuck you want?
They did give me quite a bit of freedom. My dad.
Your hair expresses that. Right? It's a wild.
It's true, yeah. I was just going to say, the only time I remember my dad really getting pissed off, like I remember I was failing a calculus class my senior year of high school, and he came onto the football field to like grab me off to like bring me to the tutor or whatever.
Oh, fuck.
But like other than like he wouldn't express public anger like that over, like.
Was your dad your hero?
For sure. I looked up to him a lot, and again, we've talked about some of the things where like things that were annoying to me as a younger kid, like him stopping people like with St. Ignatius sweatshirts on and like figuring out the connections. I'm like, oh my God, Dad. But now it's like, that's really cool to have that instinct to connect to people. And also is a really good storyteller. So like my recollection of like family dinners or like, we get the whole family together. I'm in the room and I hear his like booming voice, like telling some story, making everyone
You're
laugh.
the
I'm like,
exact
oh, that's
same.
annoying.
But you're the exact same.
Exactly.
Like Mark's a really good storyteller. Mark's voice is super. I mean, when we come to the airport, you can hear Mark from a mile away.
It's a good voice.
He's loud.
Thank you.
A strong.
But you'd also define Mark as I would define you as like a free spirit. Like Mark's a wild child.
Yes.
Like you should have been born in the
an artist, I think.
Hate Ashbury.
Artistic.
Yeah, in his own
Very
way.
autistic.
Yeah.
Artistic.
I appreciate it. So I was just going to say that parenting style, like, there's arguments against it or whatnot, but I don't think your kid's not going to begrudge you that.
I think every kid responds differently. Some kids, they do really well with discipline and rigidity, and artistic kids don't.
Yeah.
Some kids don't do well with a stick. They do way better with a carrot.
Right.
I was one of those kids. I don't know what I was actually. I don't even know what the fuck I was.
Yeah.
But some kids, like, you probably did really well with a set schedule and a grind,
100%.
Some kids are too sensitive for that.
Yeah.
They don't want to,
a
some
little
kids
too
can
much and you
practice
can
4
crush
hours a
somebody's
day no
spirit,
matter what because it gives them direction.
But
and
I think
stuff.
there has to be
I might have been
somewhat of
more
a
like that.
balance. You just can't
Correct.
have the kid just willy-nilly like, oh, you don't want to go to school? That's fine. It's
fuck
like,
that.
Well, then you're fucked, dude.
Yeah.
Like your mom let you do whatever you want and you're 7.
You ever see that experiment they did with it's fascinating. They took 3-year-olds, and they would take a marshmallow.
Oh, yeah.
Put it right there, and they go, now listen, you can eat that marshmallow now, but if you wait 10 minutes, we'll give you 2 marshmallows.
Yeah.
And the kids that are able to put delayed gratification were better at delayed gratification. If they could put that, if they can control themselves for 10 minutes, they went on to be much more successful in life.
Makes all the sense
You
in the
need
world.
some structure. Yeah. There's also, you had those friends growing up where their parents were like their best friends. They were the parents in high school who were like, why don't you guys come over? I'll take, put your car keys in the bowl here and I'll buy you guys beer. It's like, why? Why are you being so cool? It's always weird. Those parents were always weird.
Yeah.
Like the kid didn't really respect them,
Yeah.
They're like more like a bro
They're
than
like
a dad.
friends.
Yeah, they're friends.
If you're trying to please your kids, I think that's what versus when I hear it's hard to say no. That's erring on this side of like, the kids know that you love them.
100%.
What if they didn't? I don't know what it's like to grow up and feel like, do my parents actually love me? That sounds really
that's
shitty.
when you get Whitey Bulger and Charles Manson and Kaczynski and all
man.
those fucking savages.
Fuck yeah. Because you know what they say about
Night
that?
Stalker.
Sammy the Bull Grano said, I was dyslexic. And so what happened to me is that
bullied, right?
as a kid, they told me I was dumb.
Yeah.
And then I didn't give a fuck because they told me, not only did they tell me I was dumb, they'd ask me to spell cat and laugh. I'd hear the girls giggling and I couldn't do it.
Yep.
And the humiliation said, he was like, I'm never going to school. I'm going to the street and I'm going to fucking punch people in the face. Like it just changes you. Because they say that people who have a very low, like they're not afraid, bank robbers, race car drivers, there's a personality that just doesn't get as nervous. They say that those kinds of personalities, if they don't have really loving, supportive parents, they'll get that juice over here. A lot of
they're
times,
gonna check that box, whether it's
channel
in
it.
professional, like legal ways, or if they run with
go.
the wrong crew,
There you go.
you have very good bank robbers.
Correct.
And they don't get caught for a very long time.
Correct. That's what it is.
It's interesting, right?
Yep. That's why I thought Dexter was such a good movie. TV show.
Love Dexter.
Because his dad finds out he's a serial killer and goes, that you get off on killing things, huh? He goes, yeah. And he goes, all right, you're gonna kill. I'm gonna let you kill, but you're gonna kill serial killers.
No, well, he goes, not serial killers. He's like, we got to
Murderers.
control it.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to kill bad guys.
Yeah.
Because these bad guys are cheating the system, getting off. They're killing people and doing like 3 years or getting away with it with some bullshit evidence. He's like, those are actual bad guys. So if you're going to kill, you're going to be like Robin Hood. You're going to be like Batman. And you just got to be smart about it.
God, he just
Ooh, it was good.
can't feel anything.
It was
He's
great.
like, I should be mad, right? I should be mad that this guy's bullying my girlfriend. I should. He's like, I guess maybe I'll kill him.
But then he loved his son.
I didn't get to that part.
Oh.
He had a son.
Yeah.
So weird.
His son in the newest season, which it was the season finale. You don't want me to ruin it for you, right?
No.
Okay.
Let me see it.
It's for sure the season finale,
Okay,
right?
okay.
His son.
Don't tell me, please. Yeah.
I don't want to ruin for.
Can I ask you a
He had to
question?
fake his own death to
Yeah.
get away because there was so much heat on him in Miami. So he moves to like Montana or some shit, and he starts a new life, new name there. And his son actually seeks him out and finds him, and he's like 18 now.
Yeah,
And
don't tell me
it's so
anymore.
interesting.
Don't tell
I thought the newest season, the first 3 with the same writer, some of the best TV of all time.
Yeah.
After 3, it gets a little rough.
It does.
This newest one that they
there's a
dropped
newest one?
Yeah, on Showtime. It came out a few months ago.
Oh, fuck.
The newest one, which it's not even the real Dexter. Season 8, I thought was
Same
the
actor?
Oh yeah, all the same cast. I thought season and the sisters in it too as a ghost.
Wow.
I think season 1, 2, 3, some of the best TV ever. 4 through 7 was sloppy because they lost their head writer to Twilight. She moved. She was like, "Oh, say less. I'm gonna go write for Twilight and make all the money." So then they had new writers, so it wasn't as good. And then season 8 is right up there with 1 through 3.
What's his diagnosis?
He had cancer. I remember that.
That's why they took such a long break. Between I think like seasons 4 through 7, there's long
what kind
breaks.
Of cancer was it?
He had cancer and then he beat it and came back.
What kind of cancer? Fuck.
You know he's in a band. He sings. He like tours
Yeah,
and sings.
he's talented.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Talented motherfucker.
Hodgkin's.
Yeah.
That's the one that's
Yeah.
easier to
It's
beat.
It's very
I forgot.
curable, but it's
Yeah, he's cured of it. That's why he came back.
Yeah.
But he had it while he was shooting.
Damn.
It's like season 4 and 5, 6, he had it then and was dealing with like chemo and shit. Beast.
That's not fun.
Yeah, super beast.
That's not fun.
Yeah, I love Dexter.
Listen, dude.
Oh my
All I'm saying
God.
is
I've
this.
been waiting for this. Let's take a break because
Let's take a
we
break.
have to break the news.
Well, I got to take a break.
break the news.
Where are you going to be this weekend? Because I'm going to be in Wisconsin.
Oh, dude, I'm being in San Diego. I'm
Yeah?
in San Diego this Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So if you're in the Wisconsin area, the San Diego area, you want to see some comedy, you come out to my show at the Milwaukee Improv.
rack up those miles. Go see Bryan in
it.
Wisconsin. Fly from there and go to San Diego.
While you're doing that, watch Best Of. Watch Best Of
Why not?
on youtube.com/Bryan Callen Comedy.
Yeah, do it, man.
All right,
But I'll tell
anyway.
the breaking news we have for you guys. Listen, Business Wars is a podcast from Wondery that shares entertaining, eye-popping stories behind the world's greatest business rivalries.
Tell me about Gucci and versus Louis Vuitton. Tell me about
You know
that.
I'm a fashion guy, dude.
Yeah.
The bitter feud between these two icons, Gucci and Louis Vuitton, there's no better way to show off your money and status than by wearing a Gucci belt or Louis Vuitton shoes.
You got family feuds, boardroom battles, runway backstabbing.
Dude, they both started as basically luggage companies, and then people went, oh, we like this design, say less, we're make all the money, but we're going to get in a nasty feud.
It was a war.
Yes, listen to Gucci versus Louis Vuitton from Business Wars on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or listen 1 week early and ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts or the Wondery app. Enjoy.
Can we talk a little? Can we change the subject
Oh, there's
to a little?
some fight news?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some,
I just
there's
heard
some big
something.
fight news.
I just heard a rumor.
There's two. Hold on, there's two. There's
Okay.
Nate Diaz, Khamzat's announced in
Okay.
September.
You want to talk about that first?
Sure, bring it. What do you got? A, do you like it? B, do you want to bet on it?
I hate it.
Why?
I like Nate Diaz. That's why.
Do you not like Khamzat?
I don't want Nate Diaz fighting a guy who should be 2 weight classes ahead of him, and also who is the newest blood and a fucking monster. And Nate Diaz is more in the twilight of his career. I want to see Nate make all the money, but I don't want to see Nate take that kind of damage. Here's what I'm hoping: Nate
Beats him.
he. No, that's not going to happen. But I think
I don't think. Don't get me wrong. When they first announced, I was like, Jesus Christ, doesn't pay to talk shit to the boss. Because what I think happened is Nate kept poking the bull, and Dana goes, "Oh, you want to fight? You want to play this game, dude? You have one fight in the contract. Here's literally the worst possible matchup for you. Here's Khamzat. You're going to be a plus 1100
the worst
underdog.
matchup.
It isn't. It isn't. When I first initially heard it, I was like, oh my God, they're fucking Nate Diaz. And part of me and how social media is like 15 years in the UFC. This is how you repay a guy just because he wants to leave and do his thing. And I was like, yeah, they're right. And I thought about it too. It's like Dana's like, all right, dude, we're trying to get this guy a fight. We do got to build the business. If Khamzat absolutely destroys Nate, builds the myth of Khamzat. To be fair too, though, Khamzat showed holes in the Gilbert Burns fight where if he fought the same way against Nate, he's not going to win. But I think he's going to, I really think he's going to, his camp, he's from a great camp. They're going to go, all right, dude, this isn't going to be an all-out brawl. You're going to use your fucking brain because you're a monster and fight smart. So if it's a improved Khamzat, it's going to be a long night for Nate. By long, I mean short.
Yeah.
But because Nate's so goddamn tough, Nate's so fucking tough, a long night, it's going to be a long night
I don't
for
want to
Khamzat
see
no matter
Nate
what.
take that kind of damage. I know Nate's tough. I know Nate can take all the damage. I don't want to see him get that kind of damage from a monster like Khamzat, who's this young lion who can fight at 85 and give everybody fits. 85.
But we think that. And I said that too. Like before he fought Gilbert, I'm like, he can go to 85, fuck, he can go to 205. Nate's a big ass 170. Like he's not going to be that bigger than Nate.
Nate walks at 190. I know what Nate walks at. And Nate is big, but Khamzat is just he's just a different thing. He's the new elite. I hate
He's not he
beat Gilbert Burns, bub.
in an all-out war.
I still beat him.
Short Gilbert Burns.
Still beat his ass. Beat his ass.
Hold on. Short Gilbert Burns, who's not known as a striker, and beat him in a striking
Gilbert
round.
Burns
He's not a striker, Bryan.
explosive as fuck.
not a
Turn
striker.
his head around, dude.
He's not a striker.
He is a striker. Gilbert Burns is still a striker.
Hold on, B. Gilbert Burns is a world-class submission artist
I know about
and has more submissions than knockouts.
But what got him to the dance was what? Knocking people out.
No.
Bring up his.
What got him to the dance is his submission game. As he evolved, he started to knock guys out.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though.
But
What made him so
wouldn't-
exciting was he was knocking dudes out and he hit so hard.
Gilbert Burns?
Yes. Look at this. TKO punches. TKO punches. Decision
But
unanimous.
you see what I'm saying? B? What
Yeah.
got him to the UFC? Look at his submissions. There's some TKOs in there.
Yeah.
But look at all
A lot
the
of
submissions.
submissions. A lot of submissions. Yeah.
Then he gets there. Because you go to the ground with him, you're in trouble.
His first thing is not striking. His first thing is
His
world-class.
background is, well, I'm talking world class.
Yes.
World-class
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu guy.
And explosive as
he
fuck.
was a jiu-jitsu coach at Reign. Like,
Yes.
I know him just as jiu-jitsu coach. Striking came secondary.
Mm-hmm.
So for me with Khamzat in that fight, for that to be an all-out brawl, again, Khamzat fought stupid.
Yes.
He won. He beat the number 2 guy in the world, which is amazing
Yeah.
at his ranking. But again, you outstruck a guy whose background is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Because if you do that to, the elite strikers, there's no way Khamzat makes it out of that alive. It's just not happening.
Really?
Those guys are too technical. You're going to brawl with a world-class striker, it's going to be a long night for him. But I think that was a lack of experience. He's going to go back to the drawing board because he can fight smart. And I would assume he fights smart against Nate Diaz. Because here's the thing. Part of me, and I'm a huge Khamzat fan. And for the UFC, which, I'm UFC through and through. For the UFC, obviously, it's better if Khamzat wins because Nate's going to ride off the sunset, fight Jake Paul, and that's how this story ends.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if Nate Diaz submits Khamzat with a triangle and does this while he's choking him out? They give him the mic, and he lights up Dana and goes, "Fuck you. This was the guy? You thought he was going to beat me?" How fun would that be? Wouldn't that be fun?
Sure.
And there's a possibility that could happen.
In fantasy
and that's
land,
why this is great.
In fantasy land, I love how you're riding so hard for Nate. I really do appreciate it. I love Nate Diaz, but
I'm just saying, if that Khamzat who showed up to fight Gilbert Burns
Still beats
comes
him.
with this, I disagree. I disagree.
He still beats him. He's too big. He's just too good.
I'm telling you, he's not that much bigger, dude.
Too good.
He's not
too
that much bigger than
tall.
Nate. He's not
big.
taller than
He's
Nate.
big. He's 6'2".
Nate's fucking big,
Nate's about
dude.
5'6"
No, Nate's big,
No,
dude. I've also spent time with him,
He's
dude.
about 6'1". He's big.
Every
but
bit
he's
of it.
190.
And so is Khamzat, dude. Khamzat's not as big as you think.
Khamzat's about 6'2".
Khamzat looked enormous.
Legit 6'2".
Hamzat looked enormous. Enormous next to Gilbert Burns because they have Gilbert listed at 5. Gilbert's not 5.
No, he's not. He's definitely not. Colby's definitely 5'11", but fucking Khamzat's 6'2".
But isn't there something fun? Wouldn't it be cool if Nate were to beat him and ruin the plan?
Of course.
What if Leon Edwards beats Usman?
Usman?
What's he do? The UFC's like, holy shit. It's fun.
It's fun.
What if Alex Pereira beats Izzy? All this could happen.
I know.
These aren't long shots.
I know.
Leon Edwards is going to challenge Usman like you've never seen.
Is that
That's
true?
a fucking fight,
Really?
bro. Yes.
It's just his striking and his.
Leon Edwards is a fucking. This is the problem. He's not the most charismatic guy. He's not going to do a dope promo on if he wins.
Huh.
Technique wise,
Are you saying maybe toughest fight for Usman?
by far.
What?
But by far, not named Colby. Colby's his toughest matchup
Yes.
stylistically, and they've had
Just
some great
wrestling
wars.
because of the wrestling?
the pace, the
What
wrestling.
is Leon Edwards' wrestling pedigree?
He doesn't have a wrestling pedigree, but his takedown defense is filthy.
It's
He worked
filthy.
on it for 7 years.
Phil
since he
at
lost,
AKA, Bubba.
7 years.
Josh Thompson
Since he
told
lo- he does.
Josh Thompson was the camp to AK. Is like, dude, you've never seen a striker like this dude.
This is the guy who lit up Nate and almost got knocked out.
Yeah.
This guy that hold on, this is the guy that destroyed Nate.
Yeah.
For 4 rounds, 4 minutes, and 30 seconds. And the last 30 seconds got wobbled. But that fight, there was 10-8 rounds.
So his striking is high level.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking wins.
He also took down Nate
Look at
quite
the
a bit
wins.
and controlled him on the ground.
Yeah, so he fought Kamaru Usman before to a decision.
2014.
In
right?
7 years ago.
2015, yeah.
This kid is a fucking savage, but in the entertainment aspect of it, he's not going to sell tickets. For the UFC, if Usman loses to Leon Edwards, nightmare, right? For the nightmare. If Alex Pereira beats Izzy, nightmare. I
You
do a
mean
rest-
like
just speak English?
promotion?
Yeah, just speak English. What are we doing?
No, I
Dude,
agree.
And then Nate beats fucking Khamzat.
But it's a shit show. It becomes a complete shit show.
Sign me up. Have you seen that meme of that fucking cartoon? Like, there's fire around him, and it says, "I'm fine." That's the UFC, and I'm all for. I like chaos in my sports.
Well, I do too.
Now the odds are, if you're there, that's me right there. I'm fine.
I think it's Dana. I think to your point.
That's Dana right there in the little.
I
hat.
think to your point, it's Dana saying to Nate, "Hey, listen, dude, you're talking a lot of shit. Do you want to fight? Here you go." That's what's really going on. You'll get paid.
There's that, but then there's also like, if you're a businessman, take all your admiration for Nate away, take all that away. If you're a businessman, you want to build the next young lion.
Yeah.
Nate has the most diehard fan base, massive, top 5 pay-per-view stars.
Yeah.
Khamzat, you're saying, is the next big thing, and to all signs, you're right.
Yeah.
He beat the number 2 guy in the world
Yeah.
in an all-out war and was ranked fucking 11 and jumped all the way to 2 and beat him.
Yeah.
So all signs are pointing that he is the next guy.
Sure.
So if you want him to be the next guy, You got to have them take out a legend. This has been their game plan to a T from day one.
Isn't
the
there
young
a-
buck takes out the legend.
Isn't there a bigger legend? Not a bigger legend. Isn't there a more challenging legend? I'm trying to think of who would be good.
Who? At 170. Who?
I would have said Robbie Lawler, but not after.
Can't do Robbie Lawler.
No.
Coming off a loss.
Yep. And a knockout too, or like a TKO.
So you look at it though. Everyone else, you do Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy's up there.
Wonder Boy.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
But other than that, not really, dude. Khamzat's number 3. Leon Edwards has a date already. Colby's suing. And Colby's has an injury.
That would be
Colby Khamzat for me was the fight.
Yes.
But then it must have with Colby's like, I'm not ready to go. So they went, all right, Nate wants to fight and said he's down to do it.
So Colby, what's going on with him? He's hurt.
When he got sucker punched, that apparently there's some issues.
Like physical? Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Mm-hmm. That's not good. Mm-mm. That's really
So
bad.
he's not ready for the ABC card. So then you're
His eye or something happened?
brain.
Yeah, brain in his tooth. He knocked out his teeth and also his brain.
I hope for Colby's take and I just hope to God that he's.
You want a legend? A legend that nobody's going to complain about?
Don't tell me. Hold on. Wait, can I just ask about the Colby
The
thing?
guy who sucker punched Kobe. Give him, if you want
There
to
you go.
make Masvidal pay,
There you go.
give Khamzat Masvidal.
There you go.
That's the move.
Now-
you want
now-
to discipline someone? Discipline Masvidal.
Yeah.
Not Nate, who's,
Do you think that Colby is saying his brain because he can sue for more money? I hope.
Well, he was
it's
saying
not
that
his actual
after he got
brain.
hit, he didn't like Trump anymore. So people were like, "That's whoa."
he started, yeah,
That'd be
He became
hilarious.
liberal. He went
That'd be
he went woke.
he got hit so hard, he's
It's
woke.
so woke. That's not good. But I think that feels like what you do say if you want to make some money. I'm dizzy. I can't sleep. I'm forgetting things. All that stuff.
Kobe makes pretty good money. Kobe's a good dude. I
I
don't
hope
see
he
that
doesn't have a
happening.
brain injury. Is what I'm trying to say.
I know there's some issues there.
It's definitely possible, man. Getting sucker punched really
Yeah,
hard.
that's the-
He hit him twice.
He did.
Yeah.
Free shots, and Jorge hits pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're not bracing
And I'm
for
a
it,
Jorge
right,
fan.
that's-
I wish he didn't do that, but
He just came up with
Features
just
Yeah.
Which is
Sucker
so
punched him.
freaking lame.
so
But,
bad, man.
Khamzat and Nate, I can see how the public's like, dude, this is fucked up. It's how you repay a guy after 15 years. And Dan's like, I have a business to run. He wants to leave. He has this big name. We're trying to sell tickets on this kid now. If you watch him destroy Nate, and then think about the lead up. Like Nate's gonna be talking all sorts of shit. I don't think Nate's hate's gonna be direct towards Khamzat. He's gonna definitely throw his shots at him, but I think he respects Khamzat. His hate's gonna be towards Dana, and it's entertaining as shit.
I just think it's fucked up.
And he's gonna ride off in the sunset.
But Nate believes he can win.
A fighter like that always does, and that's what makes him great. But I think it's fucked up.
don't feel sorry for
I
Nate.
think it's super.
I think it's fucked up, but don't feel bad for Nate because also.
I just think it's disrespectful.
But if you're gonna leave the UFC, and I'm sure they're willing to play ball with him with the Jake Paul fight. If you're gonna do that, you gotta walk through fire. You know who you're dealing with. It's Dana White, right?
Yeah.
He's very cutthroat. I think he was in that MK Ultra program. Okay. I don't want to start any rumors.
I understand.
But you're dealing with a straight business shark, and he's like, we gotta build the next guy. You want out? You're gonna walk through Dagestanian via
Fire.
Sweden fucking fire.
Dagestani fire.
Chechenian.
It's
Chechenian, my bad.
Very
You know
similar.
what?
Very
Yeah,
similar. It's not like there's a huge.
Chechenian via Sweden, fire.
Yeah.
But at the end of that rainbow is Jake Paul.
There you go. Although that's not an easy fight either.
Not
ladies and
an
gentlemen.
easy fight.
No, that's not easy at all.
Take my money.
Yeah, that's.
No, dude, Nate's making up. But here's he's a prize fighter. Nate's between this fight and Jake.
He's making bank.
Let's just say on the small end, $15 million.
You think so? You think that much? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a lot of money.
But the bulk of it comes from Jake. He might make, I don't know, 2 to 3 million here, but the rest of it comes from Jake.
If Jake-
but here's a caveat, and this is
I know
the
what it
chaos. If Jake were to lose to Hassam Jr., that Nate fight's not as fun. So Hassam, don't fuck up my Saturday.
I think Hassan might like if he knocks him out. It's just if Nate. This is such a challenge for Nate. He's a ballsy
for Nate or
fuck-
Jake.
For Jake, he's a
You
ballsy.
know what the thing is though?
motherfucker.
We've had my brother, Jay.
He's so
whenever I
ballsy.
talk about fighters, if I'm wrong, we get emails.
Yeah.
And when I was talking about Hassam Ruckman Jr.,
Yeah.
when I was saying he has 100 amateur fights and he's 12-1, a lot of people are like, have you seen his he says he has 100 amateur fights. That's what his team told me. Has 100 fights. So I repeat what his team says to me.
Sure.
On the internet, I guess his like amateur record's like 12-14. It's not as amateur. That means it's not for you. And then pro, he's 12-1. If you look at the guy he's fought
Interesting.
schmucks. He's fought like really bad guys. And then Dana also made a good point. He goes, hold on. If you're Jake, why are you fighting the guy that lost to Tommy Morrison Jr.? Why don't you fight Tommy Morrison Jr.? Like, fight the guy that won. Don't fight a guy who's coming off the loss.
So Tommy Morrison Jr. is a badass. Is he?
I mean, he knocked this guy out. You know, he knocked him out.
Bring him up.
They said he was doing really well until like he lost in the 4th or 5th round, but he said he was doing really well against him for whatever rounds, and he kind of just got.
Yeah,
tired.
I saw the fight. It was a good fight, and then he caught him and then finished him.
And apparently,
pretty good at image.
Hasim Rahman said,
I don't think it's Tommy Morrison Jr., is it?
Yeah, it's his son.
Okay.
Trey Lip.
his dad kind of criticized him to hear that, where he's like, he's, not living up to it. He's underachieving. And,
Hassan Rockman Jr. Yeah, because
like,
Tom Morrison dead, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I was saying Hassan
He
Rockman's
got breast
dad. Yeah.
implants. His dad went crazy.
Dude, his dad was so jacked with that mullet.
That left hook of his, he was a
See,
stud.
18. This is
That's his
he
dad.
looks like
That's
his.
the kid. No.
You know.
Wow. All right.
I don't know if this is the guy either.
That's him.
No, that's him. He was Trey Lip Morrison.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
I mean, he won against Hassan. That's not on his record.
What about him? It's on the record.
Is it? I didn't see
Yeah, it's the first one. Is it not? It's not on there?
No.
Weird. What are we missing?
Hold on. Let me go to Hassan.
James Morrison. Look at that.
James Morrison?
Oh, really? Does he have two sons?
Let me look at Hassan's record real quick.
Jake Paul hospitalized with broken back.
That was
Oh,
a
no.
fake.
It was hilarious, though, because it scared me, too. So that's him there.
Because I broke my back carrying
James
this
Morrison.
Yeah.
James Morrison.
So if you click on that. Oh, come on.
I know.
Can you continue with Google?
Hold on.
Oh, there it pops up. Oh, fuck's sakes. This is Jay Morrison, writer, singer. He's all over Spotify.
James Mackenzie Morrison. Here we go.
Just bring up pictures. Let me see what he looks like.
One sec. The
He's
computer's
19-0 with 17 knockouts.
It's a lot.
So that's Dana's point. Like, fight that guy. He just beat the guy. Why would you fight a guy coming off a loss? Fair point.
I
But
still
also, Jake
respect
has
it.
6 fights.
Yeah,
Be
and
cool
this
with that.
guy's a real fighter. I mean, he's still a real boxer. Looks a lot like
Holy
his dad.
shit. He knows his dad's body. His dad in his prime was bodied
His
the
dad,
fuck up.
probably was doing. He probably got some help. too.
Excuse me? Back then, it was so fun.
Yeah. See, now those are.
Oh, yeah.
Those are implants. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had chest implants.
Really weird.
Wait, did
And
he?
he had AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had AIDS.
Yeah. He went crazy.
It's funny
that's
that's
when he was
it's like, yeah,
jacked.
duh, Mark. He had AIDS. Of course he got breast
He had a
implants.
tough life.
Dude, he was so jacked.
Yeah, he was stud.
Now, do we think back then there was really only 2 ways to get AIDS, right?
I know.
Right? So he
not-
was either doing some butt
Sir,
stuff with
sir,
men.
I'm
right?
not going to
I
respond.
think you had some wild nights.
Sir,
or did
I
you
am
share
not-
needles?
Sir,
There's only 2.
sir.
The
seen way
government
too much
injected
first
into
48.
people's chicken nuggets back then.
Can we
too.
talk about the next MMA issue?
Oh,
I heard a rumor.
An issue? No, this is no rumor.
I
This is
heard a
confirmed.
rumor.
No, it's confirmed.
You're going to confirm it?
Yeah,
Sugar
no,
Sean-
Brett Okamoto, who's like the mouthpiece to Dana White. So here's how this works. So in the UFC, if a fighter tweets out a fight lineup, they get in trouble. You're not allowed to do that. So if a fighter tweets another fighter and it's going down September 3rd, whatever, don't hold that as any worth.
Yeah.
If Brett Okamoto tweets out a matchup and a date, take it to the grave because that he works for ESPN, which the UFC works for. It used to be Ariel, right? And then Ariel had a falling out with the UFC and Dana White. Now it's Brett Okamoto is their cash cow media guy. So Brett is if it comes from Brett, you can take it's happening. Brett tweeted out that Sugar Sean O'Malley is fighting Peter Yan.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. Because as soon as I saw it, why would they do that to Sugar?
I want Sugar to.
Now I know they were talking shit to each other.
That's fine, but I want Sugar to kind of be like I want him to be fabulous and fantastic and keep winning and keep developing. And then in 2 years, in 3 years.
Hold on, B. You're talking like somebody who cares about Sugar Sean.
Well,
you're talking like you have a brain.
Actually, no. Hold on. I'm actually talking
like
like somebody who actually cares about the UFC too, because he's a big star. So you create a.
I hate this. You know me, B. I hate this.
Right.
And it's not because can Sugar Sean beat Peter Yan? 100%. 100%. Not a bad bet. 100%. My issue is, and I tell this to every when fighters come, food truck, whatever, they ask for advice. I say, dude, it is a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
The media, the UFC, the fan base is going to push you for these huge, tough fights.
Right.
If you're not getting paid to fight those huge, tough fights, and if you don't have the experience under your belt, you are cutting your career in half. And for what? From the pressure from fans? And now you see the comments on, what? Why would they do this? What? Well, hold on. Because there's hundreds of thousands of people going, oh, Sugar Sean's never fought anybody. You need to fight somebody. So that narrative, he tries to ignore it, right? But Sugar's on social. He's on fucking Twitch. Eventually, he's like, they're right. I need to prove myself. No, you don't. You're making more money than God outside the octagon. You got fucking rainbow hair. But you let this get to you, and then your coaches go, you know what? Let's shut him up. Okay, cool. If you remember, your manager should be saying the same shit I'm saying. It is a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
Let's go through
100%.
Let's go through his path. He's fighting Peter Yan in September. All right, October 22nd. Is that what it said?
Peter Yan's such a fucking.
So B, let's go through it. Let's go through it. You're you know what? Let's put in your Sugar Sean O'Malley, and I'm just a reporter going through it. So let's say best case scenario. Hey, Chin, bring up the rankings for me, would you? Bring up the rankings for me. Where Sugar Sean's at.
Because, by the way, you can replace Sugar Sean within my Bryan Ortega, too. I would have brought him up way slower, personally.
100%.
That's just me.
Don't get me started on Bryan Ortega.
I mean,
do not
great
get me started.
jiu-jitsu, great looking guy.
Ask Henry Gracie what happened when they announced one of his fights. I called him and begged him not to take.
You did?
Different conversation.
So the same
different conversation. So I'm a reporter. You're Sugar Sean O'Malley. You just knocked out Peter Yan, right? You just knocked out Peter Yan, the number one guy in the world, and you're ranked number 13, right?
Yeah.
We tried giving you the number 9 guy, Pedro Munoz, who was a ideal stylistic matchup for you in the top 10.
Sure.
You beat Peter Yan.
Motherfucker.
Hold on. You beat Peter Yan, right? Mm-hmm. What's after that? Well,
a guy named Aljamain, a giant named Aljamain Sterling.
Or, because Aljamain and TJ Dillashaw have to fight.
Or TJ Dillashaw.
Now, are those guys good at wrestling? I'm asking you, Bryan. Are they good? No, I'm just asking you, dude. Are they? Would you say they're fairly good at wrestling?
Only if you consider like fucking a whirlwind banshee. Like,
right. So, hey B, let me ask you this: would you consider Aljamain Sterling to have good wrestling?
Just a little bit. Yeah.
He has good wrestling.
Yeah.
Peter Yan out wrestled Aljamain.
Yeah,
multiple times.
Tripped him a lot with those Sambo trips.
Now this last one he lost, and Aljamain got his back, and
which proves how good Aljamain is.
Correct. So Aljamain's pretty good at wrestling. TJ's pretty good at wrestling.
Pretty good.
Sugar Sean, phenomenal stand up, very hard to train for.
Awesome.
Good jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
After you beat Peter Yan, we can't protect you anymore.
I want to see.
This is our last time we can protecting you, meaning you're going to be fighting monsters. Pedro Munoz is not an easy test. Peter Yan, not an easy fucking test. But stylistically, we can see how you have advantages in those fights. Outside those two, in this current situation we're living in the top 10,
do you know what I
don't see a lot of upside.
Do you know what I way rather see him fight? You know what I way rather see him fight?
Corey Sandhagen.
100%.
That's what I wanted for.
That's what would be beautiful.
That's what I told him when he's
now
here.
You got two strikers, exciting motherfuckers,
young
jumping,
kids.
kicking.
You lose, all good. Go back to the drawing board.
Beautiful.
But Peter Yan, the former world champion,
just an assassin, a murderer, like high level, like striking, like just I don't know, man. And I'm not saying Sugar can't beat anybody on the planet. It's just that, like you said, to your point, I want to see this guy shine and be a huge
for
light
how
for
long?
UFC.
For how long?
Don't ask me. I'm the wrong guy to ask.
For 10 years, probably.
Yeah,
that'd be a great career.
Yeah, I'm keeping him. You're
on the fast track. You got the fast pass at UFC land. This is the fast pass in UFC land, and you're going to go through the park quicker. You're going to be exhausted, though.
No, my issue is that I think Sugar Sean has all the talent in the world, but like with everything in fighting, it takes time to develop. That's why boxers, they bring you up slowly. You get developed slowly. You fill those holes in your game. You throw him to some fucking high level wrestler. It's like I don't feel like seeing Sugar. Man.
And just so you guys know, Sugar Sean, Nate Diaz, Khamzat, Izzy, John Jones, the big names, Volkanovski, the big names, you know who decides who fights each other, right?
No.
Dana White. He okays that. The smaller stuff, Hunter Campbell and the other guys deal with.
But why
big
would
boy
Dana
fights?
why would
Dana personally picks and
so
chooses.
explain this to me. What in Dana's mind? What is this about?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, B. You know me, I'm fully against Russian guys. And now,
Yeah.
here's my thing. My own caveat is Sugar can beat him. He can.
Yeah.
He can.
Sure can beat anybody.
If Peter Yan decides to fancy himself a striker all night, you know, Sugar's longer, has some range, dynamic on the feet.
Sure.
You know, if Peter Yan's team goes, we can't prove it because we haven't seen it really. You know, if we want to make this a grappling match, it could be a long night for Sugar. Drag him in the later rounds,
Yeah.
and then knock him out. That's what I do. That's what. And here's the thing: I'm not saying anything that his team doesn't know. He was a world champion for a reason. It could be a very easy night for Peter Yan, but Sugar is dynamic, and could knock him out. My caveat there
But
is
again, where do
we go from here?
That's what I mean.
Now we can't protect you. Now there's no more bubble, dude.
That's what I mean. And
There's the guys
he
that-
still has, like he still has some shining to do. Give him 3 years to be fucking fantastic.
But let's 3 years is a bit of a
Corey Sandhagen would be a great fight for him. And
Well,
not even
well,
right now.
hold on. Jose Aldo. If you want a young buck to fight a legend, Jose Aldo would be a better
agree. I
matchup.
agree.
Corey Sandhagen,
I agree.
Marlon Vera would be fun.
100%.
Rob Font would be fun.
Correct.
Dominic Cruz, older legend.
Dominic Cruz
There's so
would be
many
great.
better picks.
Why wouldn't you just go to number 8? Why do we have to jump all the way to the top?
Well, but why not? If you're 13, why not fight a guy who just won, who's been in the UFC
It's so
for a while? He's a
confusing to
well-known
me.
guy.
It's fucking
He's called you
confusing.
out. Why not fight Ricky Simone? Why not put Ricky on the map, who just had a phenomenal win over my boy? Just had a great win, called him out.
I think what they want with Sean is like to him to fight a name, but Dominic Cruz would be great. I mean,
Pick anybody in the fucking 2 through fucking
Marlon
11.
Vera. I agree.
2 through 12.
I know. I don't know.
But some had to go on again. I don't know
Man,
if
it's
the
a head
MK
scratcher.
Ultra experiment. But Dana woke up on the wrong side of bed and went, "Oh, you know what today is?" And Hunter Campbell was like, "What?" He's all, "It's fucking Wednesday." And he goes, "Fucking Wednesday." I goes, "Yeah, fuck them."
Yeah.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. Khamzat and Hunter he goes, "You have your notepad out?" He goes, "Yeah. What do you got?" Khamzat, Nate Diaz, September, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "That's right." Speaking of fucking Wednesday, that Sugar Sean always yapping about fights. Let's give him Peter Yan.
let's get Bryan
And then
Callen to
Hunter
fight
goes,
Gilbert Burns.
Hunter goes, hold on. The number 1 guy in the world. He goes, "Yeah, welcome to fucking Wednesday." And then I think
Fuck
Hunter
'em
goes,
Wednesday.
"Yeah, that's fucking him." Real quick though, I'm just spitballing ideas here. Just want to go over everything. What if both guys win? And then what if Leon Edwards beats Usman? And then what if fucking Piera beats Izzy, dude? You know? So it's like, but for the UFC, they want Sugar to win. You just have to hope that Patty, who fights this weekend, who's going to win, I think, in the first round, you hope that, I want to protect Patty at all costs. You got to hope that fucking Wednesday doesn't leak over into fucking Wednesday next week. And then they announce Patty versus, fucking Makachev or some shit. I don't know what they're going to do. Everybody needs to have their head on a swivel because Dana woke up with fucking Wednesday.
Just decided.
And he just blown up the company. And you know what?
Yeah.
Daddy's here for it.
I mean, let's get Usman to fight fucking, Ngannou. Let's just mix it all
Hey,
up.
my favorite, the reporter goes, "Hey, we heard the meeting with Nate. He said there's only 2 viable options. It's either Izzy or Francis." How did you respond? And Dana goes, "What do you say? What do you want me to do? Are you serious? You're really asking about this bullshit? He's gonna fight Francis Ngannou?"
Is that what he said there?
He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "What do you want me to say? What can I say to that? It's insane. What do you want me to say to that?" It's like the only time I've seen Dana like speeches. He goes, "What?" What do you want me to do?
Francis
I'm dealing
Ngannou.
with insanity here, dude.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
dealing with a fucking circus.
I'm very surprised that Dana would take one of his biggest stars, sure, Sean O'Malley, and not bring him up slower.
What if he asked for it? What if he was like, I want to fight it?
I'm
like a top 3 guy?
Sugar has already tweeted at Peter Yan.
Okay.
He said, hey, you want to
they've talked shit
Sugar's
to each other.
hilarious.
Okay.
He's like, you want to beat me up for a while? And Peter Yan was like, smoking weed again? Getting high again or high again?
Yeah.
Sugar.
And probably said it in a Russian accent too.
The great thing about Sugar is he's very aware, very self-aware, but he's a fighter and he's going to fight anybody.
Yeah.
But I just
don't
would-
get it twisted though. No, this isn't a Nate Diaz Khamzat
No, it's
situation.
not. No. Sugar Sean's no joke.
Sugar
dude.
can win this fight.
Yes.
That's not my critique. My critique is
I knew what your
what
critique
do we
is.
do after this? It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you've got in the fast pass lane.
He's in the monster squad. He's in the.
You're not fighting 11 through 15 anymore. Dude.
No.
Now, once you be the number 1 guy, you're going to be 2 or 3. There's no more protection. And I don't know what his I know he got paid, but did you get paid at a world-class level? I don't think so. But I know if he becomes champ, there's a bump in pay. If Sugar Sean becomes champ, he's going to make so much fucking money. It's insane.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to capitalize more on being a champion than Sugar Sean.
I think Sugar Sean.
Patty Pimlet right up there. But
think he
again,
could be a
Patty has a
champion.
ways to go.
Yes.
But it's fucking Wednesday. And if that leaks over to fucking Wednesday next week, if I'm a young, hungry fighter, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You
man.
putting money on the Makhachev Oliveira fight?
I mean, I always bet. Yeah, I want to make money, so I'm going to bet on, and not because I think he is going to win, because he can win. I'm going to bet the dog in Charles Oliveira, because I've always questioned his heart, and he's shown multiple times now, like in the Michael Chandler fight, he has heart. And I'm not sold on Makhachev, even though everybody who I respect in the space,
They're thinking about Khabib and all
including Josh Thompson, who goes, you haven't seen shit, dude. Wait till he gets comfortable. I'm telling you, dude. You haven't seen shit. He's Khabib on steroids. He's Khabib, but he has better striking. His grappling, if Khabib's an 11, Makhachev's a 10. So think of Khabib, his grappling's not as good, but it's the best in the division. It's not the best of all time, but it's the best at 155 right now, by far. And he hasn't even shown that. Now, add striking to Khabib. Like, technical-wise, Makhachev is a savage. And he goes in the training room, he goes, wait till he gets more comfortable in front of cameras. Now, I respect the fuck out of Josh Thompson. Captain AK, I love Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal podcast, Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
He's the best. Even that being said, I have to see it myself. I'm not completely sold on Makhachev yet. I want to see him go
Well,
through
I
Dariush,
also
and Dariush
think-
fucking broke his ankle.
Yeah.
You just don't beat one guy and then I go, okay, he's ready for Charles Oliveira. Because
Oliveira's a
I've
champion.
seen, well, technically he's not, but to us he is, right?
Yeah.
Miss weight. But I've seen Charles Oliveira go through shit. That Michael Chandler first round could have been 10-8,
Oh, yeah.
comes back, beats him.
Yep. And the fight before that.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I'm not ready to just disregard that and be all in on Makhachev until I see it myself. So I'm going to bet on Charles Oliveira. Long story short.
Long
And
story
I like
short.
money. And he's the underdog.
Yeah.
Now, the bet would be Makhachev. If you think Makhachev can get done, you'd bet that he gets a finish.
Stud.
Oh, it's a good time to be a UFC fan, though. Look at all those wins.
I know.
Think what he did to Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson, Kevin Lee. It's nuts.
Nuts. God damn, it's nuts.
Isn't it great? They say it's fucking Wednesday, boys. Let's shake the
Lord
trees.
have mercy.
Wouldn't that be weird to have that power? If you're Dana,
It's a big
I'm
responsibility.
too nice. I think I'd be pretty cutthroat. I'm too nice. Way too nice.
It's a big responsibility.
Way too nice. I'd like if like a DC or Bryan Stan ran the UFC. You know, I don't think they could do it at the level Dana does. I do think he's the best to ever do it. I think, but you have to be a certain personality type. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. You
I think DC and Bryan Stan might be a little too nice because
Some
you
of that-
got to make hard decisions.
to me that the whole thing with Sean and Peter Yan is a head scratcher. I don't know why you do it. I don't know what you do. He's one of the brighter stars, Sean. Just such a bright star. So
Yeah, his team might have been asking for it. You know, behind the scenes, he'd been like, "Hey, all we want, we're not going to redo the Pedro Munoz fight. We won that fight." Like, all right, dude, what do you want? Peter Yan talking all this shit, man. He's all right, let's see if Peter's into it. That'd be fun. The division's kind of tied up. We got everything going. We're still waiting Aljamain, TJ. You got Corey Sandehagen and what's the fucking kid's name? Soto Young or whatever.
Oh,
He's a
Sonya Dong.
fucking monster. You got that tied up. Peter Yan's not doing anything. Let's call Peter.
What's going on with Sandhagen right now?
He has a fight coming
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Who's he
Tough
fighting?
fight. I hate the fight for him.
He's fighting that guy.
This Chinese youngster who's a fucking
From
savage.
Alpha Male?
I think he's ranked
I've never
number
seen him fight.
10. Oh,
Monster?
yes.
Really?
Yes. And they're trying to get the Sung Young Dong.
Sung Yudong.
Yeah, they're trying to get,
That guy's a monster?
He's a
super
monster.
Really?
Super savage. I hate this fucking fight.
And
for him.
he, why do you hate it so much? Because
Well, think about it. You've never heard of him.
no,
Okay? So you've never heard of him.
but he's a nightmare.
Yes.
He's a fucking nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
What makes him such a nightmare? Just he's good at everything.
'Cause
he's-
he's creating a Russian lab. That's why I'm scared of him.
Yeah.
I was just looking at McGregor's age when he fought Mendez for the interim title. Same as Sean O'Malley right now. 27.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I know people are on different trajectories, but I was just curious. I'm like, I wonder how old Conor was when he.
Yeah, you could say Conor walked through the fire. I mean, kind of. You know, they gave him Chad Mendez, but that was on short notice.
Yeah.
And Chad Mendez is a very good wrestler, and he absolutely annihilated Chad Mendez. He got taken down, but that was the plan. And then when it got to the
I
second
think
round,
they
he
knew
body
Chad
shot
didn't
him.
have time to train. He was going to gas in the first round, so he had to just weather that first round. That was
Still a dangerous fight, though.
fuck
you know?
yeah. Fuck
That's
yeah.
prime
It's actually,
Chad
if you remember, Chad put him on his back and started beating on him, and Conor was talking to him the whole time. But they were like, the blue book here is just get him on his back, pick him up, and throw him on his back. You know. So
That was his 20th professional fight. McGregor's against Mendez. I wonder what O'Malley's at right now.
O'Malley has a lot of experience. Not in the UFC, but, rushed to the scene on Contender Series. But you'll be surprised how much experience Sugar Sean has if you look it up. There's a lot.
oh yeah.
And for Sugar, maybe he views things different. Maybe it's, I don't want to keep doing this for 10 years, Bryan and Brandon. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
How about I want to do it for 3?
That's fair. That might be, by the way.
Hey, what if I'm Sugar? What if Sugar's defense is, I want to get to the championship as fast as possible, make all the money.
I love him.
And then
I love it.
ride out on Twitch
I
and my
love it.
merch.
I
So I
love
sell
it.
so much money.
Great.
I'll become champion. I'm not going to stick
I
around.
endorsed it fully.
If he goes, I'm not going to stick around and get CT. I have too much shit to do. I'm young. I have kids.
Love it.
I have a kid.
I love it.
Yeah, so this will be his 18th fight.
Yeah, Sugar Sean, he's not like some newbie.
No, he's a fucking killer.
To the UFC fan base, he's new.
Yeah.
But he has experience. And, he has he has experience, but not at that level.
Yeah.
Peter Young? It's fucking Wednesday.
All right. What do
That's
you got?
hilarious.
Alrighty. This one?
I thought this was hilarious. Just the balls on this guy. He finds a gator in a playground, goes up to it in a bush. I guess he wanted his kids to continue to be able to play. So he grabs it by the tail and yanks it across the screen as you're about to see.
You have to do
So
some
badass.
shit for the kids. I don't think you realize how strong that tail is. Well, I guess not
Not
small.
very big. It's not a very big.
It's still a fucking
scary.
wild alligator.
Bite you hard.
You wouldn't do that, B. I wouldn't do that.
No, I'm definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
That guy's a badass. Look at him.
This guy fought
Yeah,
it.
look at him. He's
That's
fucking-
not a small gator, dude.
No, and that's looks like a
he
strong
was 7
guy.
foot long.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Dude, remember I told you there's like mountain lions and shit? There's mountain lion sighting and
Yes.
the coyotes in my yard? Well, now they're just disrespectful. Now I don't see them. They just drop the biggest shits in my yard. Like, we're here, dude.
Mountain lions or coyotes?
We don't know.
Yeah.
It looks all the same.
Yeah.
But they are dropping heavy shits on my backyard.
Jesus, with fur, like rabbit fur in it and shit.
Yeah, like berries and all.
Yeah,
Like, you can tell
yeah,
some
yeah.
wild shit.
Yeah.
Literally, no pun intended. I mean,
Yeah, they're
wild
eating
shit.
that- yeah.
Yeah, it's some foreign shit.
Jesus.
And just all the time, though. Like, just so disrespectful. Like,
Yeah.
like where we play, where the kids play, by the pool.
Gee whiz.
It's just insane, dude.
Really?
Just shit. Out of all the, dude, go in the mountains. Do it in the dirt. No. We're gonna shit where you guys are at.
That's fucked up.
A massive shits, dude. It's fucking rude, man. Oh, you'll love this. I told the story on King's thing, but fuck it. I took Tiger to the home run derby. Shout out to our boy Kevin Bay, who guys took us. I got this jersey there and got Tiger the same one. It costs all the money in the world to get the jerseys because they don't sell replicas at the All-Star game. They're authentic. So I go, pick a jersey out, dude. And he picks his jersey. I pick the same one. Ring it up. I'm like, it costs all the money in the world. That's cool. We're in the suite. And it's home run derby. It's not the All-Star game. It's the home run derby, which I've never been to. I wanted to go. And we're in the suite, the top suite. We're in the suite of the Dodgers owner and the top agent in baseball. He represents all the guys in the field, balling. So we're in that suite, and we're right behind home plate. And to the right of me is Kevin Durant. To the left is Magic Johnson. Like, it's the who's who.
Wow.
My son's there. And I'm like, man, and there's food. And he's loading up chicken tenders and fucking cookies and shit. So we sit down, and our seats happen to be the top seat, like the front seats of the suite. And you're sitting there. And I'll agree. He's not ungrateful. He was very happy to be there. After about 4 batters, he goes,
a little young.
I was bored. I was like, all right, they're just gonna keep fucking hitting home runs. And it's like, all right. And my son, and Tiger goes, hey, Dad, how much longer? And I go, what? He goes, how much longer? And I go, what are you talking about? And he goes, are the Dodgers gonna play now? I go, dude, I told you it's in the car. It's a home run derby, so they have to hit it into the crowd to get points. It's timed. These are the best players in the world, dude. It's a home run derby. It's not a team. It's the national versus the American team. It's the best players on fucking earth, dude. And he goes, oh, is Nano, his uncle, is Nano out there? I go, no, your uncle? No, your uncle coaches high school baseball. Dude, these guys make millions of dollars to hit baseball. They're the very best in the world. He goes, oh, okay. He goes, but how much longer is it going to be? In my head, I'm like, I'm with you, dude. I'm bored too.
Yeah.
So it kind of triggered me because we're in a suite. There's Kevin Durant there, Magic Johnson, free food, like for a 6-year-old.
Yeah, but
it was fun for me.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
No.
Kind of triggered me, and I go, hold on, you want to go? And he goes, I can tell he realized I was not thrilled that he said that. And I go, what are you, bored? And he goes, no, I'm tired. I go, you're tired. You never want to go to bed. All of a sudden you're tired and you're in a suite at Dodger Stadium. And he goes, no. I go, dude, you realize these are the best seats in the house? And he goes, they are. I go, the best seats in the house. And he looks over the railing and goes, well, aren't those better?
And he's right.
Right behind the
and he's right.
And he's right. But it fucking pissed me off. And I go,
Fucking
no. I go, dude,
smart.
no. It's not better. It's not. And then I get mad. I go, no, it's not better. This bullshit. You can't see anything there. I go, they're in the sun. They're sweating their ass off. Also, they don't get free food and come and go as they please, dude. These are the best seats. I go, look around, dude.
Look at the beer.
I go, look around.
The 6-year-old's like, fuck
but I go, look around. I go, that's Magic Johnson, dude. He owns the Dodgers. Your beloved Dodgers. He loves the Dodgers. Your beloved Dodgers. He's one of the owners, dude. I go, that guy, you know who that is? It's Kevin Durant, who looks so cool, my favorite player. I go, it's fucking Kevin right there, dude. He's right next to it. That's Kevin Durant. He has all the money in the world. He can sit anywhere he wants. Best basketball player on earth. Takes a beat. My son goes, Kevin Durant can hear him. He goes, that's not LeBron James. That was my All-Star experience. And I went, I pretended I knew everybody heard him because there's no way he couldn't.
Oh my
Everyone
God.
else was quiet watching Albert Pujols try to get to the next round. They were all, into it. Everyone heard him go, that's not LeBron, this loud. That's not LeBron James. I went like this. I wanted to die inside because I know Kevin Durant and whoever he was, which was this creature from a different planet, was with him and his agent. I literally went, I stared at the sky, Brian. I stared at the sky because it's so offensive.
I remember a very
but he's also right.
Yeah, I remember a very heavy guy tried to say hi to my son, tried to like, hey, bud, like that. And my son, when he was 3, goes, no way, you're way too fat. Right in Pete's.
God.
No way. Like he's very,
he's
no
loud.
way,
He's loud,
you're way too fat. I was like,
my.
You know what I do in that situation? I pretend I don't hear. I go,
well, I left him there. I was
he's
like,
still
I
there.
don't know.
Yeah.
He's kids today. I gotta get out of here.
Well, there's this poor lady, or stuff you can do. Her, she looked like Gru from Despicable Me. Her nose was out of control. Right? Walks in, pretends that her nose isn't the scene
right.
of attraction.
Yeah.
Walks in, and she's right behind us. And in my head, I'm like, God damn, that bitch got a big nose. Mm-hmm. My son goes, oh my God, Dad, look at her nose. I went, you know what I did? Nothing. I went like this. I went, Hey,
We
I went,
gotta-
hey buddy,
yeah.
you want hot chocolate? I just pretend it never happened.
Yeah, you just
I
pretend
feel
it
like that's the
happened.
best
You
course
draw
of action.
attention to it if you try to correct them. Like, you don't say mean things to people that are obviously true about that. Right?
Kids don't know.
What do you say?
Oh, I just went, right. Jesus Christ. Hey, you want a small hot chocolate? I just pretend it never happened.
Oh my God.
But I'm telling
the
you,
only way.
everyone in that suite heard him go, you're not LeBron James. I went, yeah.
Oh, God.
That's great.
Yeah, Kevin
What do you
Durant,
got next?
fucking sweet. Here we go.
She's so pretty.
Yeah.
She had 2 aneurysms.
Dang.
Apparently.
And she's so pretty that, like, when I hear she has less of a brain now, I'm more attracted to her.
Well, you might have a shot, is what I'm
Right.
thinking.
Yeah.
Art.
It's like, this is
Hold on, you can't see my faults? You can't see that my face is extra swole after I eat sodium?
She's got no repercussions.
I mean, she gets older. That's going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
Dude, I was reading a thing. I'm sure it's not one of the current events. I was reading a thing that this actress said on the set of one of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that like, I guess in the movie, he's on top of her. I guess they're on break, and he just goes, how you doing? She starts talking and just farts in her face.
What?
Just farts.
Arnold?
Yeah, farts.
In her face?
It's on New York Post, NewYorkPost.com. Farted
This is
hard.
early on in his career.
I mean, 50.
How long? What,
Deliberately farted
wait,
in my face.
Why do I not have any problem believing
Wait,
that,
he was in.
They were shooting a scene.
I believe it. I believe it.
Oh no, they were shooting a scene.
He's into power moves, you know?
Dude, that's ultimate power move.
Yeah.
Fucking
Also,
hilarious.
Arnold, even if I'm an
He's so
extra,
funny.
you
Yeah.
fart in my face, we're fighting, dude. I can't let that go. I can't let the staff know you fart in my face. I did nothing.
It's so
Yeah.
funny. Think about that.
So she goes, this is so funny. So she goes, I didn't care for him. He's a bit too full of himself. All right, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He farted in my face. Now I fart, of course I do, but I don't fart in people's faces. He did it deliberately right in my face. She went on to describe, I was playing Satan's sister and he was killing me, so he had me in a position where I couldn't escape, lying on the floor, and he just farted. Keep going. It wasn't on film. It was one of the pauses, but I forgave him for it. In the End of Days, which I haven't seen, the ex-husband of Maria Shriver portrayed an ex-cop who has to stop Satan. All right. Meanwhile, shared. He just farted on her.
when I was doing
Yeah, but she's looking for clicks. She has a fucking podcast, and she goes, "Yeah, and Leonardo DiCaprio, he was smelly."
oh, fuck off.
Okay,
Fuck
she's
off.
just trying to.
When I was doing Death Valley, everybody had to run from well,
At least her teeth are white.
yeah, those teeth look like mine. When I was doing Death Valley, we all had to run away from this zombie, and we had to be hiding. Everybody, the whole cast was in a cluster. But then you have to hide for the shot
Yeah.
to be done, so they call cut because you have to keep the hallway
You're
clear.
staying there.
So everybody is like literally crammed.
Out of the shot.
Yeah, out of the shot in this little corner. And my buddy Dallas just goes like this. You just hear him. He just goes, "Prrrr," and just
didn't give
fucking,
a fuck.
yeah, just deliberately.
There's certain guys like that. It's just.
He did not.
And for
give
whatever
a
reason, it's
fuck.
like, and I guess maybe because they own it, there's something about it where there's like, I don't give a fuck.
hilarious.
No one really, you don't really
Nah,
talk about it.
It's not even gross.
Girls
We're
aren't
just
like,
laughing.
oh, disgusting.
Like, everybody was laughing so hard it dispersed.
Even the girls?
Yeah, it was like a fucking bomb, and everybody was just laughing so fucking hard because it was such perfect timing. He didn't give a fuck.
Now, the difference between that is Arnold was like, oh, you're down there? And
That'd be Arnold though. He could give a fuck. He could give a fuck, man.
dude, when Arnold, it broke my heart. He shoots that thing during vaccination. He goes, fuck your freedom. Like, hey, bro, what happened? What?
Fuck your freedom.
Fuck your freedom.
Fuck your freedom.
Come on, do it. Get vaccinated. Come on, do it. Get vaccinated. Come on, do it. Come on, vaccinate me now. Do it.
Do it.
Fuck your freedom. Like, dude, you farted in a lady's face. Where was her freedom?
Fucking man.
You'd have to fight, right? As a like,
I
if
think so.
you'd have to.
Yeah, or just laugh. Like, you
No way.
fucking
No
asshole.
wait, dude. I would laugh and then I'd fight. But we have to fight,
Yeah.
right? Like, I don't
Yeah,
give a
I
fuck.
I can't have.
But I can't have this getting leaked around Hollywood that people can fart in my face and I do nothing.
Yeah, that's
and
the
I'm
problem.
also going to get pink eye, Arnold.
Yeah.
You know, like we're fighting.
That's right. Sometimes you get slapped to the ground. You got to fight back. You can't hold me down and fart on me. I told you, my buddy is super strong. This guy was dating his girlfriend, and he's supposed to be his friend. And he grabbed him, pulled his pants down, and gave him a spanking
Spanking?
against his fucking truck. Really hard.
No one wants to fuck that guy.
No. Just whack, whack, whack. And he goes, thought you were my friend, asshole. And the guy's like, but he's an actor like me.
Yeah.
My friend's a little bit like you.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what, dude? You stuck your finger in the cage, and my buddy is from Long Island, got a screw loose, and he's like, I'm gonna spank you. Can't beat you up because you're too big. I'm gonna give you a spanking, and you're a grown man. So fuck you, and you're banging my girlfriend. I have to spank you because you pretended to be my friend.
But also,
he took advantage of me.
spanking, no one wants to fuck the guy who got
Pulled his
spanked.
pants down. His underwear was there, and he spanked him against his truck.
Imagine that girl and that guy back at the apartment in New York, and she's like, oh,
Yep.
did he pull your pants down and
Yes, he
spank
did.
you? And he's like, yeah, but can you believe that? He gonna have sex? She's like, absolutely not.
And you know what the
I'm
guy
gonna
did?
go see the big guy.
He got out and he goes like this. He got out and he goes, all right, let's not make it a big deal, dude, okay? And he goes, I'm not.
Yeah, the ultimate fucking diss move, dude.
I think with you, what you could do with regular guys is if they were a real dick to you, you just pick them up and you give them a good squeeze down until they poo a little bit or pee.
Or
they
you just like pick them and just slam them like Wreck-It Ralph. Like
no, I
Hulk,
think you could squeeze
where
them.
people are like, Jesus
You could squeeze
Christ.
them until they passed
Die.
out.
Or die.
Yeah. You just go,
Yeah.
that's humiliating.
Yeah, but then it's
Because I can't prove it.
Yeah, but
I
no,
can't
but
prove
hold on,
it.
it's gonna be a rough go in prison.
No.
Like, what's the big guy in there for, dude? Apparently, you hear the rumor he's hugging a guy.
But you're not going to get in prison.
He was hugging a guy,
Watch this.
and he loved him so much he held him to death.
So watch this.
And then the homies are running a train on me, dude.
No. You're the police officer.
Yeah.
You just squeezed me. Officer, he just squeezed me.
You'd start laughing.
Now, yeah.
Do you have any marks on you?
No, but I couldn't breathe, and he squeezed me until I passed
Step
out.
aside. Tell me what happened.
He asked for a hug, gave him a hug, and now he's saying claiming that I fucking held him
there
too
it
hard.
There it
Look,
is.
I'd suggest that one of you get a hotel for the night.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what would
that's
happen. You're not going to be able to prosecute that. There's nothing. You can't do anything.
then I'd
Even if
look
you
at-
had it on fucking camera.
Then I'd look at the guy's girlfriend and go, you know you have a girlfriend, right? Like, so you two get a hotel for the night, go your separate ways. Ma'am, break up with him, right? He got hugged too
He
hard.
picked me up and he squeezed me too hard. He hugged me too hard. Okay.
That's hilarious.
But you could break some bones.
Oh, yeah.
You could fuck somebody up bad that way. You really squeezed me.
For sure.
Yeah.
I remember when Shane Carwin did that to me. I couldn't believe it.
Insane.
Oh, yeah. Did he do it like
Dude,
to
he
try to
picked me
hurt
up
you,
and
just to show you?
Dude, he picked me up and I started tapping immediately. I was
Shane
like,
hurt you, yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, that's 40%, dude.
Yeah. I was shocked because he's like my height. It's like technically on paper, it's like, oh, these two guys are roughly a similar height and weight.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Stronger than Brendan.
Yeah.
Right? Stronger than you or no?
Certain weights, yeah.
I mean, I'm saying
certain
in
movements.
squeezing. I think he
Yeah,
squeezes
I can
better.
imagine him being also just like break his grip with his gigantic hands.
I beat him in the grip contest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as like stamina.
Yeah.
Like who could hold the 100 pounds like farm walk longer? I beat him.
So what were you better at lifting? What was he better at?
I was better at pull-ups. He was better at squats and deadlifts.
What was he deadlifting? Something crazy?
Something stupid, whatever a polar bear does.
He has that factor to him where like I don't feel physically intimidated by a lot of guys. Because like there's something like also his energy, you know.
Well, when
You're just
when
like-
I met him, he was 285, and it was all muscle. It was all muscle.
he's just a scary looking guy,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
and
There's a lot
freakish
of-
hands. I don't have small hands. But he
Brendan's
made me
being
look like a
tight-lipped.
kid.
There's all kinds of stuff going on. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is earlier this year.
Well,
This couple. Go for it, Bryn.
this is in Denver. Jay sent this to me. Jay's like, this is hilarious because it was in.
I think this is in California, somewhere in California. Visalia.
Navy sailor 29, her boyfriend 25. Listen to
I know where
this. I guess they were stealing bikes all the time in this neighborhood. So they baited them. They left bikes on their lawn. And then when the burglars or the criminals came to jack their bikes, they were waiting for them, beat the shit out of them, and filmed it.
Steel bats, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Is it on video?
And they put it on YouTube, which is the part where it's like,
I mean, that's so dumb. Can I watch this?
I know they don't show the actual beating.
Yeah,
You
it's
see him
not
like
the
leaving the
beating.
apartment or the house.
But they catch up and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Now, I've never dated a girl who'd be down for this. If I was like, hey, bitch, you know how?
Multiple times too.
Yeah.
kinda like
what do you
that
mean
she is
multiple
down
times?
for it.
They did this multiple times with they set up the bike multiple times.
Here they
and they
come?
beat up people multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh, they did more than once?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never dated a girl who'd be open to this. So I was like, hey, here's my plan. We're going to, honey, fuck them.
You know who would be? You know who would come up with this idea? It's
Luana. Your wife would.
I kind of.
But Luana would be like, and we killed them.
Yeah.
I kind of respect it.
No, I respect kids as criminals, but she also seems like she wears the pants in a relationship. If you look at the mugshots, he looks so friendly.
She looks like that girl who made the fake blood test company.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Huh?
Elizabeth Holmes.
Yeah. I wonder if she also speaks like this.
Time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Khloe Kardashian, boy, the fucking Tristan Thomas, that fucking dude is
Tristan Thompson.
He's unbelievable, stud, but I think he's got 2 girls pregnant now on her.
I think
believe.
so. But
He strikes again.
Him getting girls pregnant's a terrible idea, but I like him dating new women. You talking about the tall, handsome guy with the giant dick and all the money? Hold on. You expect him to be celibate?
I mean,
why is this a new story?
Weren't they married or weren't they like,
No, they were never married.
They were dating, and then he got one girl pregnant.
She was pregnant. He cheated on her while she was pregnant.
Right. So she was pregnant, and he got another girl pregnant. And then then he got back together with her, and then he got another girl pregnant. That's what just happened.
No, the girl got pregnant. He's single.
No, but
that's a terrible outfit. It's a prison outfit.
No, but I think he was dating her. Wait.
No. So he was dating Khloe. While he was dating Khloe, he was hooking up with this trainer in like Dallas or Austin.
Got her pregnant.
Dime piece. Got her pregnant.
Said
it wasn't his child, but he wasn't with her. He was like, no, we just had a fling. She got pregnant. Then he's gone on to date people. For whatever reason, it's a news story that the big, handsome black guy with a giant dick and all the money is getting girls.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't get that. Why these are news stories?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, because she brought him back.
No, she didn't.
Fold, right?
No. Well, she has to because he's the dad to True, their daughter.
She's the dad. Right. But
so he's going to be around for the kid. Apparently, he's a good dad.
Okay, I got you.
So he has to be around for the kid. But
so she's still into him, but he's like,
no, she's not into him. She's moved on. She's dating some like banker now.
But girls don't like a guy who's 6'9" and rich as shit and handsome as shit.
Yeah, his dick's down to his fucking ankles. Yeah. What? I'm sorry. How is this? There she is.
Well,
that's his baby mama.
Well, also like that's her.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it's a Ferrari.
That's
it's a Ferrari.
That's who your trainer is. That's who your trainer is.
That's not his trainer. She's a trainer.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean.
She's doing pull-ups on his dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the only training going on.
Yeah.
She's doing weighted pull-ups with his nuts in her mouth.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, she's delicious. You know, but it's Tristan Thompson, dude. I don't get how this. Oh, the famous basketball player
but I mean,
who's in the Drake
that's what
video.
I said. But that's what I said. I was like, if you're gonna date a guy like that with all the options, you gotta know it's real dicey. It's just
He's also 7 foot tall and very handsome and has a lot of money. And he's in the new Drake video.
It doesn't look real.
It's probably
real
not.
nice chin.
It does look. It doesn't look real.
But how tall is he?
Damn near 7 foot. He's like 6'10", 6'11".
He's that big.
Yeah, he's pretty good, solid player. He's Canadian.
Yep,
6'9". There you go. It's a good height. Good height. 6'9".
He won a championship with LeBron. And apparently hooked up with Jordan Woods. Like, that's where it went south. Because she was best friends with Kylie. It's a shit storm.
Yeah.
Watch the Keeping Up with Kardashians be to get filled in.
Okay. Yeah.
What else you got?
They talk about all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one here?
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm too hot for daycare?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Who is
really
this?
The complaint comes down to this. It's the whole article. And what it comes down to is she's like, people give me judgmental looks when I come to the daycare.
Damn.
But how does she come dressed is what I want to know.
That's a good question, but I guess she runs a successful OnlyFans with her husband. He rails her all the time.
Adam, that guy from No Jumper or whatever. That's her husband.
Wait, what? Oh, wait. Is this Lena the Plug?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, how did I miss that?
Adam 22,
I didn't realize
they're
she was
making
that
all the
hot.
money. Wait, hold on. So Adam 22's girl runs a daycare?
No. I think so. I guess
She
her
goes to the
kids-
daycare
yeah.
and she was complaining about judgmental looks from the other women, that the women sort of like reject her or shun her.
Well, that's the mom's own insecurities. Like the rest of those moms are probably warlocks. And then you got Adam 22's girl, whatever her name is,
Who
the
is Adam
plug.
22?
Yeah,
Is he-
Lena.
Adam 22 is a big podcaster. Good guy. Really
He's
good
also
guy.
a porn star too, I think. But I should
stars
say
are by
porn star's a
definition
loose
of-
term, I
yeah.
guess. So what he does is he invites porn stars on his show, and they will air it live on their OnlyFans and like Patreon, and then him and his wife will fuck the porn star. It's
Not
a
a bad
brilliant
gig.
idea. And then he manages a lot of OnlyFans fan
Oh,
girls.
Jesus. And that's his wife? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, she's outstanding.
Yeah.
You know? All right.
But
So the other-
our heart goes out to her, you know.
The other moms are worried that I think some of these moms think I'm going to strip and start having sex with their husbands right there if they don't watch my every move. And their mind's some kind of perverted sexual beast that wants to sleep with anything that moves. Yeah, it's the mom's own insecurities.
Yeah, or they're just,
It depends on what she's wearing when she shows up.
women are hard on each other.
Oh yeah.
You got a pretty gal who walks in. The women are, women love to destroy reputations. They're not physically aggressive, but they'll fuck your reputation.
Social
This is
aggression, you
wild.
might say.
This one?
Correct. He's set to testify. So just a little follow-up from last week's
Yeah.
or last episode's current event is that he's set to testify now. We knew that he denied the allegations and accused him of mental illness, but we are going to see Ricky
virtually.
go on Zoom for the trial in Puerto Rico and defend his honor. He's going to talk to the judge and say, like, no, he's got it twisted. This dude made up this whole relationship in his head. I would never. I didn't. He's crazy. I just want to put this behind me.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, buddy?
I'm feeling better about Ricky Martin.
You think he's gonna be good?
I think, the more I thought about it, like, it's funny how we're attracted to these headlines where it's like, oh my God, Ricky Martin, incest, whatever. You automatically believe it because I'm stupid, but like,
Guilty by social media.
yeah.
That's my friend about it.
Yeah. No, it's
Trial by media.
right? Yeah. And
That's
so then you think about it, you're like,
after
what? Like,
going through, what my friends went through, and now I always question everything.
yeah,
should.
Yeah,
That's so do I.
I should. You just realize
More
your
people
knee-jerk
should.
reaction,
And even
is to go,
I, as somebody who went through that bullshit,
Yeah.
like I still fall for it.
right?
You threw out
yeah.
all your Ricky Martin CDs.
Yeah.
I got rid of all my Ricky Martin CDs. I don't have
And
them in the fire yet.
I
They're
guarantee
on
you
the shelf.
buy them again once
just
you do
want
that
the
LSD
CDs.
trip.
Yeah.
Become real gay.
Now
He's
that
the
I'm
captain of
gay,
first team, all gay.
Guys, I'm cock crazy. I did still.
Guys, I'm living the Vida Loca.
Not afraid
Yeah.
of death anymore, and I am cock crazy.
All the new neurons, all gay.
That's right.
All right, this one.
I thought, dude, because who's bringing
Fuck,
this
get
dog?
your dog off the
There's,
fucking.
Yeah, there's some amazing.
This is in
how
the middle of
pissed
the
would you
race?
be? Dude, the dog just wanders in. I mean, dumb dog too, but like, you owner, you don't have him on. You're at the Tour de France.
Oh, hell no.
So fuck.
Oh, hell no. That guy, they're all crashing. Oh, fuck no. The dumbass dog. Also, the dumbass,
Dumbass
owner.
Unless it's a stray or something like that.
Combo of both, right?
That's
Hey,
so
dog.
fucked up.
Let's
That's-
not go into the road,
Situational
right?
Awareness, right? I got to be honest, something a cat would never do.
That'll ruin your whole thing.
Fair boy.
Cat would hear those bikes coming.
Cat would be scared.
Yeah.
Cat would also jump in like Matrix over the bikes.
Right. But how pissed would you be the first guy to hit the dog? You're like, really?
Oh, it's only the biggest bike race in the world
Right.
that I've
You're like,
trained
really?
my
really
entire
though?
life for.
A dog. There's no leash law around here? In ponds?
Also, why is your doggy there, dude?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't enjoy
Like,
it.
unless you're a blind man.
Well, yeah, that could
And
be
even
the
then, you
caveat
have
there.
it on your hand. There would be a harness around that dog, I feel. So we can rule out that possibility.
What else you got?
Here we go. I don't even know what Sesame Place
Yeah.
is.
So check it out. It's like a little. It's like an amusement park. Sesame Place, Philadelphia is facing backlash.
Is it
after-
associated with Sesame Street?
Yes, it is. And really, it comes down. I think you see a lot of these things where it's like projected racism, right? So this in the clip, if you don't mind playing that, I can.
this one here?
Have you
do
seen
it
this,
from memory.
B?
No, it's like
Now, so the little black girls go, and he goes, high fives, and he goes like this and like this. But if you notice, he goes like this before he gets to them. Apparently, a lady was either trying to take a picture with their kid or like hold the kid up, and he's
Yeah.
like, I can't. They're
Yeah.
not supposed to do that. So he goes,
yeah, he wasn't doing
Yeah.
that to the
But then why
children.
did he? But he did do this to the children. They said he high fived white kids and not the black kids.
Yeah.
And apparently, there's other evidence of the mascots doing this at Sesame Street.
Interesting. I didn't read that part.
Yeah,
I
they
just
say
read the
Big Bird
denial of
uses
it.
the N word all the time. Yeah. Yeah. from the suit.
Oh God!
From whoever's in the suit. I'm not saying Big Bird is,
People
but in the
just
Sesame
love
Place,
Joe
It's harder to catch
Big
because you can't
Bird-
see the lips moving.
yeah, Big Bird drops the N bomb.
I think he was probably. It looked like he was
Big
talking
birds are
about something else
racist.
here.
That does suck.
Yeah, one of these interesting things where people go hard in the paint. I think it was, who was it? Kelly, was it the former member of Destiny's Child? Tweeting
Kelly
stuff?
Rowland.
Yeah. So she's going hard, like, I'm not going to stop until there's justice to this. But it's like, do you really know, though? Because if there's a plausible
No, she
scenario in
doesn't
which
know.
it wasn't race motivated,
This is there are people that jump on these things for
Keep scrolling
social
down.
capital. That's what they do.
yeah.
Oh, well, also Kelly Rowland. When the last time you heard from her?
Right.
We're talking about her now.
Exactly.
So now she's the face of this movement.
Exactly.
Let's
Yeah.
kill Big Bird and
Yeah.
Snuffle. I always
Who
knew,
is this? Who
Yeah.
is this?
I always knew Snuffleupagus was a racist. You know, the fucking Oscar the Grouch is a Nazi. I've heard it a million times.
So what is
notorious white supremacist
so
Oscar
what
the
the
Grouch.
fuck is Kelly Rowland? Who's this dum?
Hold on. It said the performer portraying the Rosita character has confirmed that the no hand gesture seen several times in the video was not directed at any specific person. Rather, it was a response to multiple requests for someone in the crowd who asked Rosita to hold their child for a photo, which is not permitted. The Rosita performer did not intentionally ignore the girls, is devastated about the misunderstanding, and he is so lucky that we can't find his face because he'd be lynched and hung.
Yeah.
We spoke to the
Twitter
family.
mob?
Yeah.
It's just
We apologize to these guests for not delivering the experience they expected. We commit to do our best.
So
Kelly Rowland's like, this is racism. Like, man, if the worst racism your kid deals with is that furry
Yeah.
mascot that has fucking monkeypox all over it, doesn't hold your child.
Correct. And also, I was looking at the eye line. She's looking up here. The kids are tiny. You know, you're in these big eye, like, you know, what's your line of sight in a huge costume like that? I wonder if she saw it.
My only issue with it is he did high five the white kid, and then
Before, right? And then it goes up here and it's walking. And maybe that's your job. And like, maybe the first day you're making sure to,
It's
you know,
just-
shake every kid's hands.
It's ridiculous.
How long has
It's
Rosita been working there?
ridiculous.
A year?
It's all silly.
You're a little jaded by your own job, aren't
It's
you?
also silly.
hey,
Let's watch it in slow mo.
Hey, here's the other thing. Sesame Street needs all the good press they can get. My kids don't give a fuck about Sesame Street. I tried let them watch it to learn something for once.
They're like,
They
whatever.
don't. They're like, dude, put on a fucking Pixar movie.
Yeah. You're not fucking with pixelated genius when you have just puppets. Puppets, just the kids are like,
My
I
kid
don't
looks
care.
at Elmo and he's like, this is bullshit.
Try competing with 3D now. My son's doing that.
Oh, wait till the
3D shit.
metaverse comes popping,
Oh
Daddy.
my lord! It's around the corner.
Sesame Street's like, God damn it. We're finding the news, but for all the wrong reasons.
Correct.
A racist guy.
You're right.
Well, I don't know if you guys have been following this,
know.
but Joe Coy and Chelsea Handler were dating, and everyone loved it. It was like
I
this
know. Well, I
awesome
didn't
love
love
story.
it. I did not love it. Hopefully, we hear from
It
our
was a
friend
very-
Joe Coy now.
It was an adorable love story because they know
love
each other
both of them.
forever. But then
Joe
they,
Coy has a movie out right now. Go see it.
Easter Sunday.
Yep, go see it. Tiffany
But they broke
Haddish is in it. He didn't call me for a cameo. That's whatever.
They're both great people. I love Chelsea. I've known her a long time, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
they've been
I love
friends
Joe Coy.
forever.
Joe Coy's my fave.
Okay,
I fucking
we
love Joe Coy.
little
the
tension in
best.
the room between Camp Joe and Camp Chelsea right now.
A little bit. I'm Camp Joe here, but it seems like it ended.
I like them both. I've just known them both for so long. Yeah. But Chelsea, I think for Chelsea, she's getting older. How old is Chelsea? And she's
Supposed
single.
to be
and
50 something.
It's not, it's like you make these choices and it's tough. You get lonely when you get to a certain age.
47,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Joe's 51.
51. He's older, much older.
But remember, Joe got his start on Chelsea lately.
Yeah,
He was very famous on there.
And also
She
remember,
booked him on
Chelsea has great shaped natural boobs. So even as a woman ages, if she can maintain that, she'll have plenty of options.
Good point. She's also very smart, very funny. What else you got, Chin?
Very funny.
How many you guys want?
Just give us one more.
Well, okay, here, I have one here. Mike Tyson thinks he's going to die really soon.
I think we all do.
Mike Tyson believes at all times that his fate is imminent. On his podcast, Hot Box with Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight boxing champ had therapist Sean McFarland, who specializes in trauma and addiction, on as a guest and told him he feels he's inching closer to death. We're all going to die one day, of course, Tyson said. Then when I look in the mirror, I see those little spots on my face. I say, wow, that means my expiration date is coming close really
Yeah, we're
soon.
like bananas. Humans are bananas. You get a couple brown
56-year-old.
spots. it's all
Yeah.
downhill
He's
from
also
there.
on shrooms every day. So like that, as you were saying
There's
before,
that,
it's
but
like-
he's also lived a rough life.
Yeah.
I think all big guys think we're gonna die early, but I do as well. But I do find it curious, like what how would you say, how Joe Rogan has changed the podcast game. Because I'm thinking about it, Joe has all these people on, right? And it's all like, you learn some stuff like that. Like, I don't think Mike Tyson's having a therapist on if Rogan didn't kind of set that platform for these interesting conversations. Like he's such a leader in the industry where people are like, oh, I want to
long-form conversation.
A fighter and a therapist, because it seems like a mismatch, but that's why people tune into Jared. It's like, well, let me hear you talk to the interesting.
So, I mean, we've been doing this 10 years. If our first 4 years, if you and Jim like, hey, let's have a therapist on, but get the fuck out. Who'd want to hear that? We'd be silly, talk about dicks and sucking each other off. People wouldn't go for it. Right. But Rogan's had on all these scientists and experts and all this stuff, and people are like, actually, people are into it. Yeah. You know, to a certain degree. Like Mike Tyson, you know, and therapists, I'm in.
He's deep.
For an hour.
Tyson's deep.
For an hour.
He says some
Tyson's super deep.
One of the quotes I thought was interesting. So he says, Tyson has become very philosophical. At 56, he's become introspective, and before addressing his mortality, he spoke about how money does not bring the happiness and security that those who have never had it might suspect. And his quote was, money don't mean shit to me. I always tell people that think money's going to make them happy. They've never had money before. When you have a lot of money, you can't expect nobody to love you.
It doesn't bring you, hold on, it doesn't bring you inner happiness. It makes your life easier. That's what money does.
Which can make you happy.
Money, it checks off a box that you're not stressed out about the next meal or car, housing for your kids and schooling.
Right. Reduces anxiety.
And all that stuff is good. But as far as inner happiness, money ain't the answer. Yeah. It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
What's this? Joe Rogan's repulsive podcast comments. This is Variety. Okay. About shooting homeless people stuns LA unhoused advocates. What did he say?
I'll just play the clip. It was with him and Segura.
They got in trouble too for criticizing.
We're on the underpass, and there's porta potties. Not one either, like 4.
I'm assuming Tom said maybe should shoot.
Someone has a car parked there on the sidewalk, like partly on the sidewalk, so they're like half blocking a lane, and then they have like a canopy draped over their car, and they have just stacks of shit, and then next to it was a dresser. They had a dresser.
Jesus.
So they had their shoes in a shoe rack. There was a shoe rack. Like, this is where they live.
That's really wild. I didn't know also that, you know, when you see stuff like that on the streets, at least in Los Angeles or maybe in California, that's protected property.
Yeah,
like by law. You know that? Like if you were
so you're not supposed to do that.
They've changed the rules.
But like that's that person's property by law. If you were to
the
go,
home
even the shit is
protected?
Yes, absolutely.
You can't move.
If you were to go and try to move that or take that,
you'd get arrested.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Mm-hmm. But they wouldn't arrest you if you shot somebody. Maybe you should just go and shoot the homeless people.
I like your ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Hold on. Nobody does anything about violent crime in LA anymore.
Oh, pause it, Joe. Hold on.
That's the point he's making.
But hold on. So this fucking guy who blasts us out wants to shit on Tom and Rogan. Nothing like a couple of rich fucks sitting around smoking cigars, criticizing people at their rock bottom. And that last line, maybe you should shoot homeless people. Hold on. You're talking about 2 high-level comedians that were talking about a serious situation. Do you think he's trying to make Tom Segura laugh? Do you think Joe Rogan, for one instance, is actually considering that we shoot anybody?
He's also making a comment on how in LA they aren't prosecuting a lot of violent crime because of their
that was his main
DA.
point.
Gascon,
who's getting recalled. Who's getting recalled?
I hope he does.
He will.
How is that going? I'd love to see him get recalled.
But this
guy, they did in San Francisco with Chesa Boudin?
Yes.
He got recalled, and then that woman who came in fired everybody that
anyone who
purged, sir.
She came in and was like, hold on, you defended all that stuff? All you were out.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's what you got to do. Garcon's next.
Dumb.
But these people that want to jump on this, like this guy clearly did this for retweets, and the woke be like, yeah, let's get him. That's the far right Trump guy, right? This narrative on Rogan. You got to be a fucking if he would have put, man, clearly Rogan's joking, but suggestion homeless is a little too much for me. Okay, that's fine. But to cut that clip and make it seem like he's not. He's saying it's so ridiculous.
And also, he's a comic.
You could shoot them, and you would be less likely to get in trouble than if you moved their stuff.
Yes, that was his point.
And it's also one high level comic talking to another high level comic about a serious situation, clearly trying to make him laugh and bring light because they've talking for 3 hours. Yes, it's called podcast.
Yeah.
You know what it's called? Entertainment.
Yes. So fuck off. But we know this. Let me see.
Yeah,
Paige,
we'll end with
let me
this
make
one
sure
then.
Paige Spiranac.
The enemy here is Sesame Street.
and
racist
and
Big
that's
Bird.
not the
Rosita.
enemy.
So
Now,
she
I
won
think she got voted sexiest woman on the planet.
on Maxim, I think it is.
Maxim's still around.
Sexiest woman alive. And you know, she's like she goes viral on social media, at least her Instagram post, because she's like super hot and she does golf.
Yeah, dude.
Can I get some more pictures of her?
Yeah.
Just
I
out
have
of
her
curiosity?
Instagram up too, just so you can
Okay,
see.
so
Yeah,
what
we
make
better
sure everything's on the
confirm
up and
it. I don't want to get,
I want to make sure
I don't want to
everything's
throw
on the
any
up.
misinformation around.
Right. That's
And
very
also, not to
important.
say that she isn't sexy, but when I open my Explore page on Instagram, I see about 50 identical women to her.
Well,
far as
I don't
I'm
like-
concerned. Are they playing golf?
No, she's a professional golfer, though.
Yeah. It's
She's
impressive.
what?
I don't know if she's a pro, but she's definitely like a.
Yeah, you're using that.
No, well, no, because you know why she's pro? Just hold on.
She makes money.
Hold up. Are you a pro if you make money playing golf? 'Cause
Yes.
I would pay her all the money to play golf with.
You know, you're right. You're right,
She
Brandon.
could put those tits into my mouth.
You are making a good fucking
That is a
point.
definition of professional, though. You make money doing it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Chin's a professional audio engineer.
Yep.
Gets paid for it.
No, she's lovely.
She's gorgeous. Yeah.
She's lovely.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue if she's not the top hottest. I mean, are there
I know, I just-
hotters? I don't know.
Sexiest
I mean-
woman alive.
She's up there. Also, age. I'm sorry, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
But no, I think she's extremely beautiful.
Now, Sports Illustrated looks at this and goes, ugh, yuck.
Let's see her stroke.
Right. Yeah.
Let me see her stroke.
What do you want her to do?
I want to see her stroke.
You want to see her
here.
stroke it?
Stroke. Her stroke. Yeah, stroke.
What
I think she's like
What if she can hit
29.
better
I like
than
the
me?
mountain range. I like the mountain range. Let's see. I'll tell you if she's good.
Boom!
Looks good.
Could have kept her head down.
bad, not
Hey,
bad.
goddammit, staunch _ M. Rancist, juicy pussy. God,
So aggressive.
Come on, Buckaroo.
God damn it,
Hey,
dude.
staunch. I'm
Take that to
I'm
Reddit.
Hey, there are kids here.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would watch golf if she was like the. You know how big women's golf would be if she was like
She's
Tiger
not
Woods
a good
good?
golfer though. She's not.
I think she just does it.
Yeah, she just does it.
Well, she does it very well, Brian. I
Yeah.
like your attitude.
No, I like her.
She also plays basketball,
I
or
appreciate her outfits is the thing, Brendan. That the glasses, the
Who is her,
insanely
man?
tight outfit. Look at that situation.
'tis the season. New Blackjack Wood set. Oh, I bet they paid all the money for this. She has how many followers? 3.5.
Yeah. 3.5
I don't
million.
know how much my dumbass gets, and I don't look like her. She gets all the money to post. that.
Let's see if she's with someone. Steve,
God damn it, Steven.
2018.
Steve Tinoco.
Oh, that's him right there.
Not sure who that is, but
He's a baseball guy, isn't he?
Wait, it says
Yes.
They're
They're
divorced.
separated, B. There's still hope for you guys.
there you go.
Yeah, she's pretty easy on the eyes, as
She
my
sure
dad
is,
would
buddy.
say.
Easy on the eyes.
I'm not gonna tweet at Maxim and
No.
complain.
All right, buddy. Well, we did it again.
We did it again, buddy.
Again.
Now your boy has to hit the road. I'm headed downtown to announce the partnership between Thick Boy Fight Studio and One Championship. We're gonna be an
Okay.
official outlet for One Championship.
I like
we
it.
announced at the press conference today. So while you guys are watching this, I'm probably at the press conference.
Great.
And then as this comes out, you might make it. Los Angeles Hollywood Improv. There are 15 tickets left. We have Jesselnick, Anthony Jesselnick, Trevor Wallace, Jeff Dye, Eric Griffin, and myself, all at the Hollywood Improv tonight at 10 p.m. So get your tickets there. And then tomorrow night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm in San Diego, Laugh Factory, San Diego, July 21st through the 23rd. Then August 4th through the 6th is Baltimore. Chicago, one show, one night only at the Den Theater. That's a Friday night in Chicago at 7:30. There's a bunch of other dates on there, but Chicago, one night only, Den Theater on the 26th. Baltimore, the 4th through the 6th. And then San Diego, you're up this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Come get some San Diego. That's it, man.
There it is. Best of Sammy the Bull Gravano. The second part of that airs tomorrow at 12, Thursday at noon. Brookfield, Wisconsin, Milwaukee Improv. You're up tomorrow, July 21st. It's Friday, the 22nd, and Saturday, the 23rd. I will be there. Austin, Texas, the following weekend. Cap Cities, July 28, 29, 30. Nashville, Tennessee, Zanies, August 26, 27. Spokane, Washington. Spokane Comedy Club, September 22, 23.
There's some good dates coming up, buddy. Oh, yeah. All right, kids, we love you. This is the Fire the Kid. Oh, real quick, update on Fire the Kid 3D. Fox was like, no doubt, here's the 12 episode and the outtakes. I went, that's so cool of you guys. It's very nice of you. Thanks for pulling this off, Pete, who used to work at Fox Sports. And then Fox is such a big machine. They went, oh, we forgot to pull the episodes from our YouTube and our Fox channels, and we've made it so you can't post them. So they're working on that right now, and hopefully by next Monday, you're getting, or next Tuesday, you're getting the new Fire the Kid 3D episodes, all 12 of them, and the outtakes, one a week, so 12-week span of all the episodes. So I'm dealing with it now, kids. I'm on it, though. Love you guys. All right, we're out.